Good evening, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. And Yumble, thank you for the raid. We're going to have an interesting stream tonight. We're going to attempt to export our maps or export our map in game, the one that we've been creating in Poplar Ponderosa's beautiful map of Victoria, British Columbia. We're going to try to export that to GIS. So that means that we're going to need to download some software and try out some new things. So I hope that you're here for it. Thank you all so much for being here. I've been struggling a bit tonight because I just got back from Finland, which was a harrowing journey. A lot of fun. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. And the stream setup is, I'm bringing it all back. No, we're going to be using QGIS. That's a good question. No, ArcGIS requires a lot of money. I think it's like $100 a month. No way, not doing that. I sound a bit quiet. I'm quiet. Hold on. Am I better now? That should have helped. Everything is, hopefully better now. Better now, everybody? Yes, audio was a bit low. Now we're good. All right. Just like that, stuff like that. I'm going to be setting it back. The Zoom is a little bit different. I've got to fix that too. So yeah. Anyway, first things first, I want to thank you all for being here. And I want to know where you guys are from. And but before you tell me, I want to tell you about some beers that I got in the mail. So these come from Matthew in Flagstaff, who wrote me a very lovely letter and sent me 3 beers. So I was going to show you the overhead cam, but it's not working. And let's see, a little bit more. I don't know that I can turn up anymore. Maybe I'll turn my music down. So I have Sunday Drive right here. This is one that I'm really excited about. These are all beers from Arizona. Let's see. Hold on. I'm gonna turn down my music a little bit. This one is called Mother Road. It's Mother Road Brewing's Tower Station. It's an IPA. And then the other one that we have is Phoenix Beer Company's Arizona Gold. And I mean, this is just objectively one of the coolest cans I've ever seen in my life. Super cool. So Arizona beers on the menu tonight. I'm gonna only drink one. I'll spread these over a couple weeks. And what Matthew told me, so first of all, Matthew is going to school for planning, which is super cool. We're gonna drink the American Lager, the Sunday Drive. This one is Matthew's favorite beer. And I just want to tell you, Matthew, if you're watching, the letter that you wrote me really moved me. It just really meant a lot to me. Yeah, it just meant a lot. So I'm not gonna share any more than that. But anyway, where's everyone tuning in from tonight? I see Arizona, San Antonio, Elmwood, Kansas. Slay. Good to see you in here, buddy. Long Beach, California, Youngstown, Cincinnati, Caledonia, Wisconsin, Lafayette, Louisiana, Madison, Atlanta, Jamaica, Montgomery, Alabama, Budapest, Ontario, Edmonton, Alberta, Pittsburgh, Texas, Metro Vancouver, Delta Sky, San Antonio, Cologne, St. Louis, Queensland, Pittsburgh, Arizona, Baltimore, Phoenix, Atlanta, Albuquerque, Finland, Charlottesville, Tennessee. Oh, it's going so fast. Pasadena, Queensland, Philippines, Vancouver, New Zealand, Canada, Quebec, St. Paul, Lexington, Fitchburg, Portland, the Netherlands, Denver, Argentina, Houston, Ottawa, Sydney, Buenos Aires, Baltimore, Newtown, Connecticut. I feel like I've got to make it because I missed all of these last week. Diana did it for me instead. Australia, Bangor, Maine, Montana, Pasadena, Englewood, Belgium, Connecticut, London, UK. Thank you all so much for being here. And if you're having a drink, salud. And I've got very little of this beer. And instead of drinking it like a normal person, I'm going to spill it all over myself. Okay, so the very first thing I want to do is tell you a little bit about Finland. Now, obviously, if you watched the stream last week, a lot already. I mean, we had a whole bunch of excellent people on stream. I'd highly recommend you check out that VOD. Actually, hold on. Before I tell you anything, got a whole bunch of activity. I missed all the activity last week too. So I'm going to thank everyone who just jumped in. So Hankster, thank you so much for 10 months at Tier 1. You're amazing. The Fletch, thank you so much for 8 months of Prime. Kelly Como, thank you so much. 6 months at Tier 1. Hankster, thank you for the biddies. T-Pat TV, thank you for the Prime. Clint Kev, thank you so much for the Tier 1. Kelly Como, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. An anonymous gifter, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. Crazy Mage, 7 months of Tier 1. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Yumble, thank you again for the raid. I'm going to tell you about Yumble and me hanging out in just a moment. Harkin, thank you so much. 6 months at Tier 1. Also cool, 6 months. That's amazing. Camphor, thank you so much for the gifted subs. And the support you always give. Thank you so much. Hankster, thank you so much for the biddies. Once again, I appreciate you. The Magic, thank you so much for 3 months of Tier 1. Hey, Phil. Hey, Chad. Hey, The Magic. Gary, thank you so much. 10 months of Tier 1. Welcome back. Hope the trip went well. It went really well. It was amazing. And Arfax, thank you so much for the biddies. Appreciate you. Central New York, thank you for being here. Okay, so went to Finland last week. So started on Tuesday. And I'm going to apologize to you. I initially was going to have a vlog, and my intention was to have this big thing. And I was recording my plane taking off, and I was recording my plane landing and walking through airports. And then I realized I really don't like vlogging. I really wasn't enjoying myself. It was taking away from my experience of living in the moment on the trip. So I decided not to vlog. And I don't really take pictures, so I don't really have any. I think I took 3 pictures on the trip. One was inside of a museum, one was that bus station, and the other one was me and Marina. So that's the only pictures I have. So we're not vlogging, we're not taking pictures, but we can Google Earth through where I went, and I'll kind of talk you through the days. So the first day, hop on an airplane, and how do I feel that I become new European? I mean, I loved Europe. I'm just gonna say it. I had a blast. It was wonderful. Finland's a wonderful place. So yeah, flew in Madison, Chicago to Frankfurt. Frankfurt was an airport. I was in there waiting, and Canadian Moose is at the airport, and we're sending messages on the plane, and I see the guy, and the very first thing we do, he's got a big grin on his face, big hug. How long was the plane ride? So Madison to Chicago takes an hour, but reasonably getting between the two cities takes 10 minutes, and then you circle Chicago for about 40. Yeah, Frankfurt was an airport. I was there a lot, many hours, more hours than I was supposed to be there. So anyway, but it was made better by seeing Canadian Moose, which was amazing. Big hug, just a super jolly guy. And then Toady, I met Toady there as well. Big hug there too. Good to see Toady, good to see Canadian Moose. What software stack will I use to export that? I'll tell you in a minute. Can I give you a please sketch of Biffa? I can, he wasn't there. Biffa did not join us, unfortunately. Anyway, then flew to Helsinki. And in Helsinki, I ended up disconnecting with Canadian Moose and headed out with Toady and met up with Bad Peanut, which was amazing too, and waited for Kodiak the Kodiak and my editor to arrive with Mr. Mason, which, I mean, if anyone left me feeling starstruck, it was Mr. Mason. And the fact that he was just like the coolest dude ever, super chill, super thoughtful. I mean, just awesome. So I meet my editor for the first time. I give him a big hug. I meet Kodiak the Kodiak, give him a big hug. Meet Bad Peanut, give him a big hug. And all these people that I'm meeting, I've talked to them for years at this point, so it feels like I've met them. And just, it feels like I've known them for a long time. So it naturally, you have a shared interest and shared experiences over a long period of time. And it ends up being this really positive experience. I have a 24-ounce beer with Toady and Bad Peanut, and then we take the train, and I tell Mr. Mason that I just love him. I'm like, who hasn't used your trees, man? Like, who hasn't experienced that joy? And he's also with Sniggle Digit, who I didn't know who Sniggle Digit was. Put together Metro overhaul mod and network extensions. So another legend. So ride the train in, and there's just more people. Once I get to, so we're a ways away from the hotel. Let me see if I can. I'm gonna pull up. I feel like the best way to experience this is we'll just we'll travel through Earth together. And let's see. So we'll go to Tampere. And I think I'm pronouncing that like a Wisconsinite, so I apologize. But Tampere is on an isthmus, and we arrive at the train station, which is right here. And I'm with Bad Peanut, and I'll tell you, Bad Peanut was a trooper. So Bad Peanut takes us from the train station. We're walking through the streets, and I find out that he's already done this multiple times. And he's got another trip to go on to go pick up TDW. So we're walking the streets of Tampere, and this isn't the right spot. Hold on. Great streams, thank you so much. And isthmus, what's next? I know, right? Another city on an isthmus. Let's see. Actually, it was right. It was a block up. So I've got all my luggage, and we walk basically from here all the way down here, past this mall, down here, past the mural, down a little bit further until we get to our hotel, which I believe was right here. So through some cobbles, it was kind of a harrowing trip. So we get here, we are at our hotel, and as I walk in, $2.20 is chilling in the lobby. So yes, I see $2.20. Bad Peanut used to work there. He should know. He should. Do I hear Discord? Hold on. Q, you reminded me to launch it. I'm screwing up. Give me 1 second. Oh, ad break. My bad. I got excited. I'm sorry. I got very excited. Twitch. It's pronounced Tampa D. Okay, we have a 1.5-minute ad break. And also, Mulligan, thank you. Appreciate you, buddy. It's really, really late for you. Yeah, we're gonna take about a 1.5-minute break. We are in the middle of an ad break on Twitch. Let's see, $2.20. You're gonna need about 3 viddy. $2.20. $2.20 is a vibe. Love that guy. It's like hanging out with him. Like, I'll tell you in a minute. Just, yeah. You don't know how it's pronounced, but according to the ad, it's pronounced Sargento. Sargento? Are you talking about pasta sauce? Did I have any reindeer steak? I didn't. I know that some people that Yumble, did you ever get, was it you that Yumble that you wanted to go get reindeer and moose? I don't know if you're still in here or not. Tampere. I'll get it right. I'm not saying anything important. I'm waiting. I'm a patient man. I'm a very patient man. Long trip from Australia. It was 30 hours for the Australians. They had to fly around Ukraine. It's kind of crazy. New York. I'm not saying that word. Oh, Tampere. You know, I just visited there and you'd think I'd figure it out, but I'm not going to. Yeah, 30 hours for the Australians. That's why. So, okay, we're back now. So $2.20 was already there because he had gone there a couple days early, which is pretty cool, and was kind of touring around. It's 30 hours from Australia to get to Finland. So go ahead, get changed, and we go out right away. Q, thank you so much again. So we end up going out, grabbing some food, grabbing a beer. We just every day, and hopefully it shows on here. But we head up this street, and it's gonna be crazy as we move up. So I walked along here with $2.20 and my editor and Kodiak the Kodiak, and who else was there? Feinbold, Teddy Radko showed up, and Teddy. I'm just gonna tell you, Teddy is like the most pleasant person. I mean, there are lots of pleasant people, but Teddy was amazing as well. So I'm hanging out with Teddy Radko and crew. Let's see. Oh, Hankster, I love it. This is the street. So this is the street. Apparently, the last time everyone went here, there was no tram, but now their tram street. And as we're walking down here, people are marveling at how some things feel very city skylines too, such as, the placement of billboards and things like that on buildings. But anyway, we go down here and we didn't go there. We went to a bar down here. We went to a number of bars and had a drink and just kind of soaked it all in. And it was amazing how, yeah, cute. You know exactly which place I'm talking about. I think we went right here to this bar. Went across the street at one point to Heidi's, if that's a thing. Maybe I'm on the wrong street. I feel like it was right here. Maybe it has a new name now. Anyway, spent a lot of time there, hanging out, drinking. Went and the first meal in Finland was a burger. It was pretty good. This is the right spot, Slate? Yeah. So I met up with day 2. I'll talk about day 2 in a second. But met up here again. But day 1, grabbed a burger, then went back, tried to be a reasonable person, hung out with $2.20, super late, across the street. This place is now called Heidi's. Sat in here and drank beer and got to know $2.20 a little bit. It was so cool. So day 2 was the day that all of the Europeans came. Yeah, Q, you missed. It was super sad. It was super sad. You getting the 70s and 80s? Yeah, for sure. Like, definitely a vibe. And so this is actually the street, actually. I'll go down because I got the burger down here as well. And there were things that I just noticed about the city. Let me keep going. So down here is the burger place and the plaza that has the bus terminal. And it also has a pedestrian street. And I thought that the pedestrian street reminded me a lot of Skylines too. So here it is. So the burger place. Whoa. The burger place is right here. Apparently it used to be a McDonald's. Now it's a much nicer burger place than a McDonald's. The McDonald's moved down the road. Anyway, here is the small bus terminal right by the place where we got burgers. It's not a McDonald's. Also has a taxi depot. And then there's a pedestrian street back here that looks almost identical to the one that is found in City Skylines too. So it all started to click. Like, so many things started to click with me. And it's all because this is, it's influenced from Finland. They made CS2 in real life. Does GIS stand for Getty Images Simulator? Geographic Information Systems, my friend. Actually, look at this even. It kind of has that same feel as a pedestrian road with a transit facility. Anyway, so day 2, it's kind of more of the same. We are hanging out some. We grabbed some drinks. We're waiting for the Europeans to come. Waiting for folks like B. Squigelhausen came late in the evening. So I missed him, even though he's American, came super late. So day 2, I meet up with B. Squigelhausen, and we go to a museum that is closing that is about Vladimir Lenin, which was fascinating. Apparently, this is where he wrote his manifesto, Tampere, and it's where he met Stalin. And there's a lot of really strange history about Russian relations with Finland that was captured in this museum. And they're renaming it to make it more of a Russian Finnish history museum and the relations between those countries. And it was all the way up to modern times, which I thought was very interesting. So we checked that out. We grabbed lunch, grabbed a bunch of beer because I knew that we were going to have the stream that night. Do the roads in Tampere have light colored wear too? They do. No, but speaking of the roads, so Pooch, it's going really well. B. Squigelhausen and I were standing at this intersection right here, and we are super nerdy, and we started looking at the lights. So one of the things that I always thought was weird about City Skylines 2 is the lights go green, yellow, red, red, yellow, green. And I thought that it was a bug or like an oversight. But here's the thing. They have that exact pattern. Green, yellow, red, red, yellow, green. So yes, a lot of the roads do have cobbles. A lot of the pedestrian focused streets have cobbles, but yeah. And Anyway, that pattern right there is present. So that in the game is influenced by, again, by Finland, which I thought was pretty cool. So day 2, we go to the museum, we come back, and I grab the beer at the store, and then we're going to Colossal Order at 3 o'clock. So Colossal Order, let me see if I can find it. This one's gonna be harder for me. I believe they're right about here. Yeah, we go to the mall. It's a large group of us. Slay was there. I mean, at that point, it was kind of a larger group of Cities by Diana. Yumble was with us. We grabbed some food, and I think I'm on the wrong street. But anyway, it's in this general vicinity. Red, yellow, green? Yes. Yumble disappeared. We're all having like some Turkish food. And I don't know what happened to Yumble. Would grab some lunch somewhere else? I will search for it. I'll see. Actually, I like the challenge. I walked these streets. I should be able to find it. Okay, I will search. There it is. Okay. So we walk here, and the Colossal Order offices. It's funny. I want to say it's like this building. You wouldn't even really notice. You just kind of go in a random door, and then you're in Colossal Order. So we went in there, and they divided us into multiple groups. And the interesting thing to me is the first place that we went was into this conference room. And it's the conference room that when I spoke with Marina, when I spoke with Marina and I spoke with Hans, and then some folks at Paradox, she was sitting in this office. And then we were all in there along with all of the other content creators. We filled this office up. So it was weird. It was kind of surreal being in there and seeing people that I'd only seen in Dev Diaries. So we walked through the offices. Not really all that much to know. I mean, they're not exactly docs. You can I searched for it. So we walked through, and first thing I got to saw was the coffee area. I got to meet the developers. Much smaller office and much smaller team than I had imagined. I think that was my overall impression. It was very intimate, but a very cool office, just very small. So then there were a couple of activities. One of the activities, hold on. All right, so one of the activities was actually knowing Colossal Order history. Wasn't really complicated stuff, but I happened to get most nice shorts. Thanks. So I won in my group, my small group of people. My editor almost beat me, but I got the pin for winning. And then after we made it through, we kind of just were like, it's go back. We'll meet you at a bar a little while later. Q, thank you. I didn't wear any shorts in Finland. Should have. So then we went out and we met up with Colossal Order at a bar. And it's the first time that I guess I felt like I got to talk with them a little bit. And it's interesting. I feel like you get feelings for what people are like when you see them in a video or you see them typing online. Then you get to know them, and I found that my impressions were completely off. What should you order for dinner? I have no idea. So when I say them, I meant I sat down and I spoke with Marina. I had my beer and I sat and I chat with her for a while. The person I chatted with probably the most was Henka. Henka is the game designer for City Skylines and City Skylines 2. I chatted with Maddie. I chatted with Sam. and I'm gonna embarrass myself now. I am the sound designer, and her name is I'm completely misplacing her name, but the sound designer of City Skylines 2 had probably the best developer diary video, the most interesting one, and I can't place her name, but I spoke with her a long time as well. And Max Sergi, spoke with Sergi quite a bit as well. So at that point, all of the content creators are there. It's getting later into the evening. I'm gonna rewind a second though, back to the Colossal Order headquarters, because I want to tell you something. I'm walking around. We're in our groups, and I hear a voice, and I immediately know that it's Overcharged Egg. And I saw Overcharged Egg, and I had to give the dude a hug. Like, I love that guy. Just a guy that I feel like has come up with me. We've been speaking since the very beginning. Just love that guy so much. Yes, Anu, that's it. So yeah, so I got to hang out a little bit more with all the content creators. Talk to Maddie. I talked to kind of just talk to everybody a little bit. Talk to B. Swagelhausen, and started to get really nervous about the stream. And I don't know if that came through. Yes, Egg's amazing. Egg's amazing. We ended up walking back to the hotels, me and Diana actually, and I got really nervous because everyone was having a great time, and I was worried that no one was going to show up at the room. So when I was really nervous at the start of the last stream, it was because I'm going to talk about my impressions of them. Yeah, we'll get to that at the end. So basically, I walk back, Diana goes and does her thing, and it's me in the room by myself. And I get really worried that no one's going to show up. Thankfully, Diana came, Slay 3K came, and a few other folks, and then we had the stream. I'm not going to recap the stream. You want to watch the stream, watch it. But I had a great time. It was a lot of fun. One of the more fun streams that I've ever had. I think for me it was amazing. Yeah, everyone showed up. It was just so much fun. So then we were supposed to be good. But I went back out with $2.20, who is always down to go out, and I stayed out too late again because that's what I do. And I'm trying to think if this was the night that Yumble came, or if it was the night prior. I want to say it might have been the night prior, but I tried to leave the bars twice. I went back to the hotel, and then I heard that Yumble was going to be getting in with Slay 3K. So it must have been the day before it. I went back, and then I was going to leave again, and I heard that TDW was on the way. So I stayed out way too long. But anyway, this day, the day that I met Colossal Order at the bar and we had the stream, I had to go to bed early because we were going to go have the main reason that we were in Tom Parade, which was this big meeting that we were having with Colossal Order. I'm going to be honest with you and tell you that I can't talk about anything that happened at the meeting. Oh, it's an ad. There's an ad. Dang it. I don't see an ad. That was the day before. Okay. The ad happened during the meeting though. So I can't tell you anything that happened at the meeting. I can just give you vibes. And I'll tell you that the meeting made me feel very hopeful at the end of it. It made me feel really good. It humanized Colossal Order and Paradox, and it made me feel like the game is going to go in the right direction. As long as they follow through with everything that they've told us. So it made me feel good. Yeah, NDA. I wish I could spill the beans, but at the same time, I'm kind of glad that I can't. And that's mainly because, at a certain point, they just need to deliver, and telling people more things is not going to help anybody. So, I will say that so the humanizing part of it. I'm gonna fast forward. So that evening, we get to go out to dinner, and I can't spoil it. If I spoil anything, I will owe them a lot. $2 for details. I don't know how much I would owe Mulligan, but I know a lot more than that. So anyway, that evening we have a dinner, and it's kind of a celebratory dinner. and we go out and we have some drinks with the Colossal Order and Paradox team once again. And it's just kind of a nice atmosphere. It's one of the nicest buildings, or one of the nicest restaurants, I think, in town. It is actually, I talked about the mall that we went to. It was at the mall again. And the mall, like, when you think of malls, you think of like dead malls. Their mall is not dead. It was very vibrant, lots of people there, loud. So this is the mall, not that lady, but in this building. And we were up near the top. And you had this excellent view of all of Tampere. You could see everything. It was amazing. So we have dinner and we're chatting and we're having drinks. And it's kind of a relatively low-key affair. Drinks are expensive. It's Tampere. And then we leave. So after that, oh, whoops, scene. So we went. I believe. Well, we walked across this bridge. It must have been right about here. Yes, right here. We went up to this, up to Retina and had dinner and drinks. Very nice, very lovely place. Got a nice group picture of everyone that was there. Had more drinks, had a really lovely dinner. Spoke with the person that I talked to at Paradox quite a bit. Just love him, just wonderful guy. And then we go out afterwards, and I spent a lot of time hanging out with Henka. I spent a lot of time hanging out with just all the creators, play some beer pong, do a bit of karaoke, and just had an absolute blast. That was, again, down at the same bars that we went to. I stayed out till 3 in the morning. I had to get back on the train at 8 a.m. I had to be on the train at 8 a.m. Stupid. Don't stay out till 3 a.m. doing karaoke if you have to get on a train. But I did that. Made it back to Helsinki. Flew to Frankfurt. Well, yeah, partying with them was fun. Made it to Chicago after missed my flight. Got stuck in Chicago for a day. 2 hours from home. And apparently every rental car company is tied to the same computer system. They all went down. And I wanted to take a car. It's like, I'll rent a car. I looked for buses. There were no buses. The cars were all not available. So I stayed in Chicago. Made it home a day later. So anyway, this whole thing, how do I feel afterwards? I feel very positive towards the trip in general. And I'm guessing that everyone else feels this way. One of the worst cities to stay in for a day, I guess. I mean, staying at O'Hare sucks. I mean, that's not fun. I should have... RL, would you have taken me to Madison? I was offered a trip to Madison for $300 and a sketchy thing. Yeah, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, a sequel, yeah. My overall feeling is I feel like Cities 2 is going to go in the right direction. I think we've just got to be patient. I feel like the team is really great. I really, Henka in particular, I mean, I love that dude. Just amazing guy. If I lived in the same city as him, I'd go out to a bar and have a beer with him every single week. Marina, I thought was much more impressive in person than I imagined she would be. Yeah, clearly, if you're a CEO at the age that she's a CEO at, you've done some impressive things, but I've kind of felt it while I was there. But also, you know, they've screwed up a lot. They seem to understand that. So I feel hopeful. I feel very fortunate. I mean, the highlight of the trip was meeting all the creators. I mean, being able to meet $2.20, Slay, Yumble, TDW, Mr. Mason, Kodiak, the Kodiak, my editor, the French creators. I'm going to tell you, I love the French creators. I had so many conversations. Cuboid. It was really good. Yeah, Q. Like, Marina was super cool. Like, super cool. Super fun to chat with. Very engaging. Very funny, which I don't think is oh, there's an ad. Maddie, I'll answer that in just a second. Mr. Mason on stream is exactly who... Like, on stream, he was exactly who he was in real life. Just like one of the nicest guys. Every time you try to pay for Twitch, it won't let you, Matt. I'm sorry. Someone gave you a sub? Am I missing things? I guess I'm supposed to be going over activity during these ad breaks. I missed a lot. QZ, thank you for the biddies. Broski, thank you so much for the Prime. Charm, thank you for the Prime. Thanks for all these great Thursdays and Fridays. Thank you for being here. Crazy Mage, thank you for the gifties. Drink Jabber, thank you for the Prime. Sebi Webby, your name has been on my prompter since I got back. Thank you so much for the tier 1. It was a great time. Cox Daniel, thank you so much for the tier 1. Daniel Cox, thank you. Astro Antonio, thank you so much for 3 months at tier 1. Kool-Aid Kid, thank you for the Prime. How goes it? Just got back from the TF movie. We're gonna be playing Skylines in a second. What is the TF movie? Kool-Aid Kid. What am I missing? Johnny, thank you so much for the tier 1. Ads are over. So yeah, my overall impressions were that the Colossal Order team is awesome. I really enjoyed them. I think that it stinks the way that everything's gone down. They're good people. I wish that there were more of them. I feel like the future of the game is gonna be good. We've got to be patient, which I think is hard because we've already been patient. Paradox, I thought was wonderful. At least the folks that I interacted with. Also small. The teams are all smaller than, like, every time we'd meet somebody, I was always shocked to hear that you're the dude who does this one thing. And it's like, whoa, you don't have a team of people? You got this dude who's doing this one, or you got 2 people doing this one thing? Like, it's wild. And it makes me think about the pressure that they must be under. And also just like, what if you get stuck and you have no one to throw ideas off? And it's kind of wild. So yeah, would I be getting Asset Creator this year or next? Just a hint. I cannot talk about that. I wish that I could. There's a lot of questions coming through that I can't talk about. So I'm gonna refrain and say cheers to everybody and just say that GTA 7 has 800 people working on it. GTA 7 is also going to print so much money that it'll probably have the GDP of not a small country, but a mid-sized country. It's going to be ridiculous, and it's going to last for like forever, and it's going to have microtransactions all over the place. So yeah, GTA 7, yeah, 6. But yeah, in general, good trip. They said that hopefully this is getting back. I guess Paradox used to have many more trips with creators, and they're hoping to get them back. So my hope is that this becomes a more regular thing. And a big part of that is, I don't think that, I mean, it humanized everyone for me. It humanized all the creators. It humanized Paradox and Colossal Order. But I don't think I realized personally how much I needed to be around all the creators. Sitting with $2.20 and just in a bar, just sitting down with him, sitting down with B. Swagelhausen, sitting down with Cuboid, sitting down with Mr. Mason, sitting down with Yumble, and having this shared experience. It was just wonderful. Why do I want to work for them? I don't want to work for them. I have zero interest in working for Colossal Order. I'll go on the record to say that. I have a ton of interest in not working in Finland because my wife would leave me. My wife doesn't want to move to Finland. Was the infrastructurist invited? I believe so. Not everyone can make it. Schedules are tough. I believe infrastructurist just got married. So lots of reasons why people weren't there. So I think the two that you guys are probably wondering about the most, infrastructurist and Biffa, neither were there. No. Wish they could have been. They weren't. That's okay. So yeah. So anyway, that was the trip to Finland. And if you guys have any specific questions, King Leno was there. King Leno is amazing. I spoke a lot with King Leno at the Finnish Museum of Games. I said hello to Sanctum Gamer. I didn't speak all that much to him though, unfortunately. Did I talk to Moose much? I did. I talked to Moose quite a bit. I mean, I love Moose. I want to collaborate with Moose in some way. We're gonna have a podcast. We've talked a little bit about that. Zardis, I talked to Zardis a lot as well. Do I feel relief about the direction the game is going in? I do. I feel much better. I feel much better. Yeah. Blink once for bikes in the near future. Moose is a nerd. But also Moose may never leave where he is at. Moose is slay. Both you and Moose. I really enjoyed hanging out with both of you. Got lots of fun. Watched Egg's vlog. Wait. Egg had a vlog? I did not realize that. I've been busy making content and I completely missed that, so I'll have to do that. Yeah, maple syrup. Oh, Jedi was amazing too. Jedi's a vibe, just super positive. So the thing about all the creators, so many of them are super positive and super happy and super upbeat and super excited. Yeah, I just loved it. I loved it so much. Was it expensive to do things in Finland? It was ridiculously expensive. Other people probably don't know this, but the dinner that we had the final night, it's like a buffet style. I had to pay for my editor. It was 43 euros. Drinks were like 9 euros. Although when we went to Heidi's bar, it was happy hour till midnight and we got something called Coughs, which is kind of like a PBR basically, and it was 3 euro, which is pretty cheap. DC type prices, yeah, and we were in a town the size of Madison. I had a Cameo. I did, that's right. I forgot all about that. We were actually at that restaurant I talked about, and he had me say something. Totally forgot about that. Sounds like normal prices. It felt expensive. It felt like everything was. It's also a vacation, so it's hard to say. I mean, bought chocolate that was super cheap. That's just Europe prices. Okay, maybe it was. I will say we ate out a lot. You eat out, you drink out a lot. It's gonna be expensive. Hi, Dad. That's not my daughter. Was Conflict Nerd there? Oh, Conflict Nerd was there. I love Conflict Nerd. Conflict Nerd is someone that I hadn't really interacted with a ton outside of I rated a stream once, I believe. But I walked from the hotel all the way down here and spoke with Conflict Nerd about his whole creator experience and basically the start of his journey all the way until now. It was a lot of fun. Just being able to pick his brain and learn a little bit about him. It's a lot of fun. So I liked it a lot. I'll take a couple more questions and I think we're going to jump into it. You saw the chocolate, was it good? So someone said in the stream that the chocolate I got was Euroslop. And I looked at the package and it's funny. Henka actually told me to get a better type of chocolate. And I took a picture of the screen of his phone where he had a specific chocolate I was supposed to buy. And then I looked for it and I didn't have it. So I didn't get the chocolate that I was supposed to get. And super bummer. So I ended up, I think I bought German chocolates in Finland and it wasn't even the good stuff. So yeah, not cool. Did I meet any fans? No. You're assuming I've done a mods video for CS2. You need to research. Yeah, I need to update that video. It needs to be updated. Did a content creator give you my opinion about the game? Did this end the discussion? I mean, we all had opinions about the game. I think that we were all very honest and blunt about them too. With everybody, which is great. I need to make a meetup with fans. I know. I wish I could have gone to TwitchCon. I just felt like TwitchCon, for anyone who doesn't know, is this weekend. It just feels like it's too close to Finland. And honestly, after it being gone an extra day longer than I thought I was going to, I'm kind of glad that I'm not going. My sleep schedule's been really weird now. Ever since I got back from Europe, I've been going to bed at 11 at night, which is really weird for me, and waking up at 5:30 in the morning. I feel wonderful right now, but I don't know that the stream's gonna go as late as it normally does because I am now a morning person, apparently. Slay, you're the same way. Yeah, I've never been a morning person, but it ruined me. So yeah, it's been terrible. You're a fan as a student of GIS. You're excited for the stream. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, it is terrible, Slay. I feel. So this morning, I got up, I made coffee by 7 o'clock. I did Wordle, and I was in my office by 7:30. Normally I don't wake up till like 8:30. Not a fan. Not a fan. I don't like this. I'm a night person. Europe, you can't ruin me like that. I don't like it. You were a morning person until your daughter was born. Now you have to get up. Well, my wife does mornings and I do evenings normally. So I'll help put them to bed and get them ready and get them their water and make sure they've got their book that they're gonna read and all that good stuff. And she does mornings. So yeah, Finland did fix my sleep schedule, Melissa. Were difficult questions answered? Yes. So I will say every single question that was asked, including all of the really uncomfortable ones. If you can think of a question, it was asked and it was answered, and it was answered honestly and bluntly with reasonable, realistic answers given. They answered all of them. I mean, it was kind of shocking. I would have thought that there were some things that were off the table, but everything was on the table. I can't talk about it. I can't talk about it, Coletta. I really want to. But they were very open. Yeah, they were, like Slay is saying, they were open to hearing our ideas and our concepts and taking our feedback and doing something with it. So I feel positive. And I think that you guys are going to feel good too. I just can't tell you more than that, which sucks. I wish I could do more. I keep seeing the same questions. So no nothing burgers for answers? No. They're like, Slay, I don't know if you feel the same way, but I feel like, yeah, I think that they were productive conversations. I feel like they were answering questions reasonably. I feel like the entire time they were kind of an open book. We could all sign the NDA if that helps. If you would all sign the NDA, yeah, then we could do this. We could have a completely open stream. Slay at 1000%, yeah. So yeah, I guess take it for what it is. I came away feeling good. I was prepared to feel not good. I mean, you got to remember, we all went to Finland and didn't know why, or at least I didn't know why. They were honest and let us know where things at. They want to fix it and improve. It just takes time. Yeah, Slay, exactly. Yeah, they were honest. They let us know where things were at. Things just, they take time. And, you know, I think that they take longer than anyone would like them to take, including them, you know? So yeah, I think it's yeah. There's a lot of things I can't discuss, but I can tell you the vibes were positive. I think that I didn't meet anyone, even the most skeptical people, I didn't find anyone walking out of that meeting with them feeling like their questions weren't answered. It felt like everyone was happy afterwards. How many people worked there? 28 and some contractors? Not very many. They created a too strict community. Well, I don't necessarily think that they did. I mean, I think that, you know, it's funny. I like, if you're out there, and I can say this as someone who is out there, and I signed up for this. Yeah, it's like 33, something like, yeah, it's very small. You know, Slay signed up for this. I signed up for this. If you're on the internet and you're out there, you're gonna deal with knuckleheads who are you know, jerks to you. But I don't think that a developer necessarily signs up to be harassed. So I think that they have a strict community because I think for a while they were receiving a lot of harassment. So yeah, my Wordle Astro was also 3. I got it in 23 seconds too. About that, 23 seconds. My wife has 4. So yeah, I feel like their community is strict because the folks who are receiving the messages they've been receiving didn't necessarily sign up for that. And the one thing that I was told is that if you are polite, they do consider every single message. And when I went up to their offices, there were actually developers sitting there reading messages in the forums and taking feedback from us. So we we've got to maintain politeness. They will listen to you if you do. That was my big takeaway there. And I mean, I will tell you guys are the polite ones. I have a very short fuse. If you say the wrong thing to me, I will just ban someone immediately on YouTube. If you say something like something racist, something sexist, something homophobic, if you say something like that, I'm just done. Like, I'm not, like, I don't want you in the community then. So we're just done. So I think that they are kind of in the same place. Is my advice still to try it on Game Pass rather than buying it? It is. Yeah, I've not changed my stance until the game is in a spot where I think most people can play it reasonably. I think buying it on Game Pass is the right way to go. Use that dollar deal. Give it a shot. I think that's the way to do it. If you don't like it, if it doesn't work for you, ton of great games on there. Go play Minecraft, like whatever. They banned you on the forums. You were polite and constructive, but apparently your abbreviation was auto-modded. Okay, that sucks. Brandon, we got to get you a new username. Kudos to me for not entertaining jerks. I think the community is nicer when I just don't welcome them in. I'm not of the mindset that I need everyone to be here. I want to foster a community that is positive and uplifting. So yeah. You've been waiting for it to come to console, but it'll probably take years at this point. I can't, not anything I can say. You don't like it on Game Pass, to be honest? Bought it on sale for $25. If you can get it for $25, that's amazing. You're baiting me into an answer? He is. Yes. Yeah. Okay, folks. I think it's about time that we switch gears. Before you guys trick me into saying things that are going to get me into deep doo-doo. So we're not going to do that. And what we're going to do instead is focus on this. So, did you do a prioritization activity? No. I mean, I think no. But you had a priority. They sent out on Twitter their priorities. So yeah. And Curdy, yeah, you almost got me. How is my day? Good. Breaking NDA is not fun. Oh boy. Not fun is like the understatement of the year. I do not want to break the NDA at all. I don't listen. It was already awkward. All right, I'm going to say it. The video I released just before I went to Finland was not the video I wanted to release. I talked about the homeless bug and how the last patch didn't fix the homeless bug. So I felt tension when I walked in the Colossal Order offices. I mean, it's not the, I mean, I've been very critical of them, and it's strange sitting down and looking people in the eye, knowing that like my video about beach properties was unabashedly aggressive, and it was not very nice. Like, I was very not nice. So I sat down and was just basically like, hi guys. So yeah, and the other thing is that I heard from multiple people that they watch my videos. So I know that they watch the things I say. And when I say things that are not super positive, they are seeing them. They very well might watch this stream, and they very well might see if I break NDA. And if I were to, I might get in trouble. So that is exactly why we're not going to do that. I was fair in the criticisms. I think I was super fair in the criticisms. And if they do that again, okay, one last topic. So the topic of delaying the content creator packs, I'm all in favor of it. And that's because I think that they were in kind of a situation where they're damned if they do, damned if they don't. If they release paid content right now, people are pissed because the asset editor's not out. However, if they were to, let's say, not release it, people are upset because they don't have enough content. It's a messy situation. But the beach properties situation was just absolutely terrible. And I can't imagine them doing that again. You're under NDA yourself? You let someone break it by accident? Ooh. Bailout, Phil, punch out? Yeah. You guys want me to break NDA? You want me to break NDA? Okay, I'm going to tell you exactly what I know about bicycles. Hold on, here it is. And we're back. I'm not gonna tell you guys anything. We're not doing that. I'm not gonna break NDA and get myself in trouble, guys. You guys can keep trying all night. I'm here all night trying not to break an NDA. So let's switch gears, and I'm gonna hold on. On Twitch, I've gotta set this right. We're gonna play some City Skylines now. City Skylines 2. So there are 2 mods that I want to look at, and if you guys haven't looked at these, I've been eyeballing these for a minute now. So one is OSM Export. OSM, if you're not aware, is OpenStreetMap. I'll show you. So OpenStreetMap is amazing. If you haven't used this, I would highly recommend that you do it. You can go into your city, take a look at it, modify things. There are multiple different types of maps here. We actually have OpenStreetMap mapathons here in Madison, where at the university you go and you try to update all the information in OpenStreetMap. And then when you do that, you have the ability to export this, use it in GIS software, or just have it available. If you don't want to use Google Maps, you could use OpenStreetMap if you want to. This is a completely valid thing to look at. It's got everything that Google Maps has in there. Apple Maps has it all in here. So this is OpenStreetMap. And this is what OSM Export allows you to create for yourself using your cities and City Skylines 2. So check this out. Right here, we've got one of the exports that we are going to be able to create tonight using this mod. So if you liked CSL map, what was it? CSL map export? Map? See, a mod where you can do this in City Skylines. Yeah, we're going to do the exact same thing here. No Biffa. He's a mystery. He is a mystery. I'm talking to Biffa tomorrow, actually. CSL map view. That's it. That's it. OSM marks everything down to public benches. It's amazing. It is. So that is the crazy thing. Like everything is here. In fact, they were showing the Monona Express. The Monona Express is Monona, the city of Monona's little local bus system, and they're showing that on here. Anything that you could think of, they've got different map layers. So this is a fantastic tool that if you're not using it, you should definitely check it out. So yeah, we're gonna be able to export this. Here's the thing, I've never done it. So we're gonna have to figure it out together. It's gonna create an export here. And then I believe we use Mapparative to actually open it up. So the first thing I'm gonna do is go into Skype, and I guess, question for you. Maybe this is a poll. Oh, we got an ad break, dang it. Chris, you've been updating stuff in OSM for about a year now? Chris, do you go to the university, go to the mapathons? I should go to the next one. Your other appliances are going to be rewatching the stream? Don't do that. Johnny, thank you so much for the tier 1. Astro, thank you so much for the 8 months of tier 1. Dar, 5 months. I got to raid you soon. It's been a minute. A Majestic Ikrit. Thank you so much for the tier 2 for 3 months. Thank you so much. A Majestic Red. What am I? I'm clearly in the wrong time zone still. A Majestic Red. Thank you so much for 3 months of tier 2. Professor Lithos, thank you so much for 10 months of tier 1. And Epiphanous, thank you so much for 3 months of Prime. Hello during the ad break. Hello. Is it against NDA if I show you the NDA? I don't know, actually. I signed the NDA so long ago at this point that I don't even remember what's in there. I've got it saved in my NAS somewhere. I signed the NDA around airports DLC. It's the first time I ever spoke with them. Yeah, I don't want to find out. I don't want to find out what happens. If I breach the NDA, I know I owe them a lot of money. Damages. Be bad. Real bad. Don't want to do that. I think we are good on the ads now. So, all right, we're going to subscribe to this. Well, actually, before we subscribe to this, I told you about OSM Export. So this is to give you the export of OpenStreetMap files. And technically, if you use ArcGIS, you can import OSM files. It's really hard. I've struggled with it in the past trying to make it happen, but it is technically possible. It looks like QGIS can also open the OSM files. So we should be able to open it up in QGIS, which means we've got to download that. And for Carto, this kind of gives you something similar. We might not even need to look at this one because this one is also giving you the ability to export to GIS, in specific QGIS. Now, if you guys are unaware of what QGIS is an open source, completely free geographic information systems application that's available on every platform. You were surprised by how big the download for QGIS is the other day? Well, then I'll get it going right now. Am I going to donate? Why am I donating in euros? We'll just no. I should download it. I should donate, but I'm not going to. Okay. It is. Yeah, it's 1.2 gigs. That's very large. I'm glad my internet's up again. It was down earlier. I thought that the stream was going to be was not going to happen. Did I see OSM for cities? You didn't know it was available? No, I did not. I'm also not very good with QGIS. I will be upfront. My wife actually knows QGIS better than I do. I'm an ArcGIS. I've been using ArcGIS since ArcGIS 8. So I know, 8 was 8 or 9. It's been a while. So yeah, I know Arc much better than QGIS. I basically just played with this. Back to Carto. I don't know that we're actually gonna need this one. It seems as though it's very similar. So maybe we'll skip this one for now. Yongji, thank you so much for the tier 1. Appreciate you. Thank you. You had GIS 8.3 in college? Yeah, oof. It was real bad. 9 was also real bad. 10 got better, and now they're replacing it with a new piece of software that is, it's called Arc Pro, and it is a lot like QGIS, which means that I also can't use it. It was very frustrating because in my office, every place that I've ever worked, I've been a power user of ArcGIS and one of the go-tos to do data maintenance and things of that nature. So to have a new GIS software and to not be able to use it, not even be able to make a simple map, very frustrating. But yeah. ArcGIS Pro is actually amazing. The Matty Dubs, is it? Should I learn how to use it? I mean, at this point, it would basically be for my own. I mean, I love making maps. Mapping is super fun. You feel your pain going from ArcMap to Arc Pro was rough. So I had a difficult time. So I know in ArcMap, I'm gonna get super nerdy here. So the problem that I had is you create a different layout for the map, and it seems like it opens up a brand new window in Arc Pro. And in Arc, it felt like everything was really unified in ArcMap. Like ArcMap was slow and not great, and if you wanted to use a Bing map, you had to get your own key. But yeah, you have to ask your GIS team for help pretty frequently. I was the person that got asked to help a lot. Once you got through the transition, you will never go back. It's probably why they're pushing it so hard. I should learn it. I should. I wanna still be relevant. I want to be able to transition from this someday to doing something in planning again, and that's a way that I can still do it. Next year, yeah, they are continuing. Well, so Maddie, they've been talking about discontinuing ArcMap support for a long time now. I have a feeling it's going to end up being like Windows XP, where like they could discontinue it like 400 times, but they can't actually discontinue it. Okay, I'm going to ask. Let's see. I'm going to give Twitch the first question. I'm going to poll you guys. What city should we load into? Magnolia County or Poplar? So the reason why I'm asking this is I'm going to switch the playset based upon this. The reason why... So Poplar is a much more interesting, like in terms of like it's the sheer size of it. However, Magnolia County has more things named. See, I'm torn. Bluffside Crossing. ArcMap patch support ended in February. Oh, did it, Ben? It's interesting. Would I design homes, Riley? I've never had any interest in architecture except for landscape architecture. So yeah, no. If I were anything else, I would either be urban designer or a landscape architect. Used to be an avid YouTube viewer, workout in the way, but first time on Twitch. Imagine my shock with the face cam. Yeah, it's been a minute though. It's been, yeah, it was a mistake, but I'm happy it happened. Can we use this software to import in real life to City Skylines 2? No, but you can go the other way. You can, I'm gonna be doing this. So I've been toying with an idea. Maybe I'll ask, okay, it looks like Magnolia County won. We're gonna add this to the mod set. I'll ask YouTube this question. So I've been torn. I really want City Skylines to be in an excellent spot. City Skylines 2 to be in an excellent spot before I start my Verde Beach follow-up series. It's almost there, but it's gonna be a vanilla series and I don't want any mods at all. Except maybe maybe TDW's visual mods. So I'm not sure if I should start that or not. But I was toying with the idea of recreating my hometown, and kind of exploring and learning the story of my maybe not my hometown. I was born in Merrill, Wisconsin, but one of the cities that I grew up in as a kid. And rebuilding that city in City Skylines 2 and learning about it through that lens and telling the story of that city. So that is another project that I'm kind of interested in taking on. So yeah, might be worth waiting for the vanilla line tool to save my sanity. It might be. So the city's not very big. It would be Wausau, Wisconsin. It's actually the first map that I made in City Skylines 1 was of Wausau, Wisconsin. And I would look to recreate that and try to think about that. Think about the places that I've walked to as a kid, the places that I went to school. My first apartment that I ever had was in Wausau, so it'd be a really cool place. Hey, you've been there? It's a wonderful town. It's a wonderful town. I was there this past weekend. I still, it holds a very special place in my heart. I'll ask YouTube that quickly. And I guess the alternative is that I just crank out more Magnolia County, which I have so many ideas for. So I'll give you guys three options. What should the next series be? VB follow-up, hometown, building my hometown, just more Magnolia. Okay, so you guys get that poll, and we've got this in here, so we should be able to launch now. Now, one thing I'm going to tell you guys up front is that I am using an old version of Anarchy, and if you guys are not, use an old version of Anarchy. So Anarchy, Yang Yang was one of the people I met. Amazing person. Enjoyed my conversations with them. But the new version of Anarchy has a bug, and I experienced it. It led to my save being corrupted. So thankfully, I have old versions and backed up versions, and I put them on Dropbox. But 1.6.4, the version before we got all of the new cool upgrading to have a key wall, that version still works. Won't corrupt your save. Yeah. Be careful. You got the same background. You use the only thing of value with Bing is the cool wallpaper app. You love Magnolia County, not ready to let go. Magnolia County's not going anywhere. So long as I can limp this thing along, it's not going anywhere. Wow. Building my hometown is just crushing it. 37 votes. I'm gonna let it go for a little while longer. I'd love to get to a quarter of the 852 people on YouTube voting. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Will that make my hometown map? Yeah. So if I were to make that series, I would begin by actually making the map. That would be the part of it. So making the map, and then there are a number of complicated builds that I don't know are possible just yet, that might be possible in the future. One of them is a ski hill. That's a big prominent feature in that community, is a ski hill. Interesting rail networks through there. There's actually an Olympic park for whitewater rafting. So lots of cool stuff that I just, yeah. Rib Mountain, yeah. Rib Mountain, actually, funny story about that. I almost became a planner there. I almost showed you. I've already finished the next episode of Magnolia County. I almost showed it to you guys. We're not going to do that, though. Would I make the map in a video? I would. Yeah, I would make the. I'd do the whole thing in the video. I mean, it wouldn't be as much. It wouldn't be characters and whatnot. I would be building. So I would actually be using. I would be taking the original plat and trying to add on to it and using street overlays to recreate the city as best I can. So, and then ultimately, I'd love to end up with a similar population to what it has right now. So, okay. Here we are. You love ribs? I do too. Made some ribs before I left. They're still in the fridge. Kind of kills me. The map editor is so much different compared to CS1. It is. It is. You've always wanted to create Pittsburgh, your hometown. So it looks like the hometown recreation is won. About a quarter of the people voted for that. Or about a quarter of the people voted, and 67% of the people want me to rebuild the hometown. I was sitting on the plane, and it kind of hit me that that's something I would love to do. So I'm glad that you guys are into that as well. Okay, here we are, back in Magnolia County, in an old version of the game. Let's figure out how we do this. Let's see. OSM Export. Export your cities to OpenStreetMap XML format. To do this, click on the Export OSM button. Okay. So I need to find a button that helps me export. Not sure how old my hometown is, but it'd be cool to use the historical maps and build the town as it was actually developed. Yes, that's the game plan. It's about I think 1870, something like that. So it's not. I mean, European standards, very new. U.S. standards, pretty average. Okay. I'm gonna export to OSM, but we also have this generate PDF. It's experimental, might be graphical issues and other bugs in the mods data directory. Takes some time. Okay, so let's see. Got that done now. And I think I have this saved. Yes. Mods data, OSM export. I want to see the PDF. Okay. I'm not going to update the app. Oh my goodness. I don't even need to use GIS for this. It just works. Hold on. Okay. This mod is dope. This is sick. So you can see everything. I wonder if this is one of those. So I know when you export from ArcMap, if you do it correctly, you have the ability to turn on and off layers. I'm not using Adobe because Adobe sucks, but they are the PDF people. And I don't think I have it in here. Dang it. Oh. So I don't know if this actually has layers, but what we can see, use Foxit. It's actually awesome. So the reason why I use PDF Gear is like Acrobat Pro. It allows you to edit PDFs. I should get Foxit. I was looking for something that was free. But yeah, look at this. We have every single path, every single street name. You can see that there's a fire department, all the parking lots, all the gas stations are labeled. All the gas stations that we struggled to get when we were playing whack-a-mole. I will tell you, in the next one, I've gone straight. Okay, I didn't go full Canadian Moose, but I started searching for buildings, and it felt so good. I mean, this looks like a real map. It's pretty messy, so I'm guessing inside of QGIS, we might be able to make this look a little bit nicer and turn things on and off. But yeah, where it gives you Acrobat Pro, you're spoiled. It is. I mean, it's a great piece of software. Ample parking. Yeah, I've been meaning to fix this forever, and now that we have TDW's Road Builder mod, I should be able to do something really nice. Poplar Lane, very nice. The airport, this is awesome. I would highly recommend. Like, this is my first time seeing this. I love that I can see all the lots. You can see all the individual lots. Like, dude, without a doubt, check this out. This is super sick. This is awesome. This also, oh man, I should leave this on. So I've been meaning to update my website. That's part of tomorrow. Is I want to get mods, my mod list on my website. Maybe I'll export maps as well of the cities. Something I've wanted to do for a while, and I spoke with $2.20 about this. Because if you've never been to $2.20's website, I'm not sure if it's still there, but at one point had full maps of their city, of a city, and just the ability to scroll around. I wanted to be able to do that too, but this will suffice. This is pretty cool. You're just thinking the same thing, Hankster. Make some cool merch with that. Yeah, honestly, though, one of the things that I feel really stupid. I did not realize this. Did you guys know? So the thumbnail for this stream, like, let's say you go into the traffic view. If you hit, I don't even know what this button would be called. The button next to 1, you can have a full view of any of the info views without any screens shown. So it's really easy to be able to, the tilde. Yeah, the tilde. Tilde. Yeah, you can actually take a look at this now without any of the stuff shown on the screen. So kind of huge. Not a fan of CS2, but this mod is off the charts. Kudos to the modder that made this happen. Very nice. So I think the thing that I've learned more and more about CS2, you can tell that this game was built to be moddable. I don't know that CS1 was necessarily, it was hacked into, but it feels like so many things are possible in this game because it was designed to be possible. That's why Road Builder was possible, because of how modular the game was created. So, that foundation, I think, is there. It's really cool. Yeah, as the professionals call it, the squiggle key. If you hit the tilde. If you hit the squiggle key, that's how you can get to this, and it's super useful. So, anyway, I don't want to stop there. So, we've got this cool PDF. I think for 95% of people, they're going to be super pleased with this. But we've downloaded QGIS. So, I don't know how to use this. Let's see if we can figure it out. First things first. I don't know if I can launch QGIS and cities at the same time. I can, and it'll be fine. Did I hang out with B Squigglehouse? I didn't just hang out with B Squigglehouse. Quite a bit. Yeah. I mean, I went to the museum with B Squigglehouse. Drank way too much. Yeah. Ads again. Cool. Love it. B Squigglehouse is, and actually, B Squigglehouse sent me a message. If you're on here, it was while I was recording. I'm sorry. Missed a whole bunch. Astro, I'm about to teach a GIS course. Well, I would need to know how to use this. I don't know how. So we're going to learn together. And I think that we're going to do that through Skive. So another 45 seconds. Let's see. MPB MKE. Been a while since you've been able to pop in and say hi. Hey, thank you for being here. Thanks for the 4 months of Prime. And Nutty Buddy, thank you so much for the Prime. You're not seeing the ads. Instead, you get to see me be awkward for 30 seconds while I wait. As a teenager interested in urban planning, should you go for it? Cole, as a teenager, you should go and ask to sit in with your planner and pick their brain. I think planning is an excellent profession, but it's also not what you think it is. I think a lot of people think that planning is, I get to put lines on a map and it just gets built there. Well, as a planner, you're actually a consensus builder. The cringe, that's what you get to make. That's exactly, Hanks. You're actually a consensus builder. So yes, you get to make a plan, but you also have to sell your plan. And it oftentimes is different than what the community wants. So yeah. Fellow GIS nerd, never thought you'd see QGIS on stream. I guess maybe I should switch this to say QGIS. I will be honest, I've used QGIS 3 times. And when my wife was in grad school, she would use QGIS and ask for assistance. And I'd be like, I don't know what I'm doing. I use ArcMap. I don't know how to use this open source stuff. So yeah, I guess we could use this. Okay, well, let's try to add a file. I wonder, we'll make a new project. I guess we're already in a new project, and then I have to add a layer. I'm guessing this is it. Oh, I am realizing just how in over my head I am. Well, we're gonna go for it. Where do I have this file? So this is in users, Philip, app data, local low, colossal order. Okay, so users, Philip. I could put this somewhere simple. That'd probably be that'd be the smart way to go. So I'm gonna take this, and I'm just gonna put this at the root of my C directory, like every pro does. There we go. Oh, and look at this. There's all these different file types in here. Let's see. So I can add all these layers to my project. And then let's see. Oh my goodness. I don't know what I'm doing, but I was able to add these things. So just like that, it's all right here. So this is everything. So I need to learn how to label things. But this right here, that's the Carp River. I'm guessing I could change the color. Just click on this, change the symbology. Let's see. That looks riverish. Oh, that's all the polygons though. So in ArcMap, I would define the class and separate them in that way. No idea how you do that in here. So clearly a lot that you can do in here. I don't know how to use it. So maybe go to the drop down on the top. Categorized. What values do we have? Can I see the attributes table? If I could see the attributes table, then we'd be good. So the attributes table. Okay, let's take a step back and let's talk about GIS in general. So GIS is there's a spatial component and then there is a table. So it's the two things, they're combined together, and because of that, if you can see the attributes table, this is the attributes table right here, you can define the visual aspect of the map by the things that are in the attributes table. So for instance, I can see the land uses. So I should be able to, in theory, click on this, categorize this by land use, and then add all the classifications. Maybe the classify button. and then look at each of these. This is my first time using this, guys. So if I'm screwing it up and you are a QGIS power user, I'm sorry. Oh, hold on. I need a solid. Simple fill. Oh, it's killing me. It is. Okay, now I get it. So I define it from up here. So this is commercial. We'll make this blue. There, blue, farmland. Let's see. It takes your millennial brains a few moments to comprehend things. Listen, I didn't grow up. So I grew up. My first computer was a Commodore 64 from the Goodwill. And the internet for me is that dial-up sound. You know, that scratchy dial-up sound? That's what millennials got to use. So that was a positive internet experience for us. So we definitely have had a different. If you are any of the youngins, the Gen Zs, definitely there shouldn't be any Gen Alphas in here. Go to bed. But either way, if you are of that generation, the internet's always been a thing for you. I assure you, it has not been for me. And as a result, I suck at some of these things. Taking you back, Windows 95. Yeah, I had a Windows 3.1 machine. I used AOL. I remember like just thinking that was like the thing. I do not understand why it wants me to do that. So I can change it. I can change the fill here. I don't even know what I'm looking at anymore. That's the other joy of a free software, is I feel like maybe the UI isn't great, but also like it's free. You can't complain. I did the outline. That's perfect. That is not, it's frustrating. Gen Alpha is cooked. Whiz. Don't abuse the whiz. Man, AOL, that was a time. AOL was, I enjoyed it. I mean, I feel like when you grew up when I did, and basically anyone else in the audience who's a millennial, it just felt like there was new technology all the time, and it was all just, it felt like there was a lot of promise, and the technologies that came along made me genuinely feel hopeful about the future. The technologies that's coming along right now, the technologies make me genuinely afraid for the future, which will make me sound like an old fogey, but I do not like all this AI stuff. I don't like it. I tried to embrace it, and now like I heard YouTube's new changes, and they're going like super hard on AI, and I don't like it. It just makes me unhappy. Like, and that's because I'm old. The whole world's gonna pass me by, and I'll just be sad. Thinking about the olden days. You're currently playing City Skylines right now, so you can't sleep right now. Call you Infinite. Well, if you're playing Skylines right now, you're like me. You're just sitting here thinking about the olden times, feeling happy. You've actually heard older people, like actual boomers, are the ones that like AI. Man, I'm not surprised. I should ask my dad. Be like, what do you think of AI? He'd probably be like, it's the best. Actually, that makes sense. I feel like I've seen my stepmom embracing AI in ways that are like super cringe. Like those Facebook posts of like a small child, a fictional AI child, doing reciting like motivational quotes, like just things that like. Yeah, she's not watching, but I would like, I'd just like, please don't do that ever again. You don't want to do that. We don't need to see that, and it's weird. But it's okay. We've all got our things. So this is kind of what you would do. It clearly isn't classifying everything. So land use the Black River. Land use would generally be the way that I would imagine being able to separate these classifications, unless you have multiple ways of classifying these. So like you could do something, but I think to fix this, I'd actually have to go into the attributes table and modify this, because you can see basically it's saying that all of these, oh, I have residential, a stupid color. That's my fault. User error. Residential. Make it red for now. Okay, so that's better. But there's a whole bunch of things. It looks like our bus terminal, all the office and the bus terminal, city service buildings, they're all showing up as just other. So they're not classified. So it's missing some information there. A lot of it's there though. The quarry is there. It was very interested in labeling that. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. You're watching Twitch on Prodigy. Are you using Netscape Navigator? My favorite search engine, Alta Vista, the very best. From my personal experience, boomers express awareness of AI but are easily fooled by it. That really scares me, particularly this time of year, as we're heading into a big election, and deep fakes, and like they're getting convincing enough that like I've had to do a double take a couple of times. Like, holy cow, like that's where we're at. That's wild. That is wild. Okay, I want to know what this is. Okay, so that's the highways, and this line is the highways. The heck am I looking at? Okay, let's move it on top. The polygon should be at the bottom. Okay. Highways. Other highways. Oh, it's rail. It's rail. Okay. Kind of. It's not, it's rail and local roads, I think. So this right here is a rail line. So there must be a way, if we look at the attributes table for this, that we could see. Let's see. And it is labeled right here, railway. Oh boy. So this is tough. I almost think, so a definition query would help me do this in ArcGIS. So I could define this, and I would pull from multiple categories. I'd have no idea how to do that. And I'm not going to watch a bunch of GIS videos to figure it out. The way that I would cheat this, if I were you and you wanted to play with this, is I would grab lines and I would copy this thing in here and just like paste it a few times. Actually, I just duplicate the layer. So I would name this one like rail. Let's see. Rail. And then I would define, I'd open this up and we would categorize this by the value railway, add all of these, turn off everything that's not rail, and then I should be able to, let's see if they have, normally in ArcGIS, they actually have, see if I can search for rail. There it is. I can add railway, and then for tram, let's make it rail, but, or I wonder if they have tram. Nope. Rail, but we'll make it a different color. We'll make it like maroon. There we go. So now you can see that in here. I'm sorry. I know that this isn't what you guys signed up for. I'm enjoying this. I haven't used GIS in a while. I'm learning it on the fly. Rule-based symbology would let you do it in one layer, but that's a rabbit hole. It seems like it is, Astro. I kind of want to go there, but I also think I think when you sign up for a City Skylines 2 stream and I end up playing in GIS, I mean, I did put it in the title. So, you know, and it's all free. Download it. Call me up and have a good night. To the rabbit hole. This is fun. This is why you can't play CS2. Too many sweats. I mean, this is like, I've always dreamed about being able to do this in City Skylines. Like, this is the kind of thing, like, legitimately, I could plan the way I did in the real world in City Skylines 2 right now. I could legitimately, you know, create a plan in GIS. Then I could export this as a PDF and use, I think, Algernon's image overlay and create it. I mean, that's a whole level of nerdy that even maybe it's a little bit beyond what I would want to do. But yeah, like, yeah, I'm paragaming. City, yeah, it's true. What is GIS? Can I explain a bit? So GIS is Geographic Information Systems. And in the real world, this is used all the time by planners, by engineers to make representations of the world, to categorize things, figure out where manhole covers are, or, you know, asset control. It's used for planning. So as a planner, I would sit down in my office and we would have a long range plan. And I would look on the map and draw some lines for where I think future infrastructure would be or should be, and then that we could take that out to the public. I would print this off as a board. So many different uses for it. You could come up with a map for where snow routes should be. So for plow drivers, you know, I've done things like that. I used to put together what is called a let's see. I'm gonna not use acronyms. I'm gonna instead back myself out. I used to put together a map that would prioritize infrastructure. So you would look at all of the roads. So we would get rid of all of these. We'd have a map that looks like this, and it would have the condition ratings for every single road in the community. So you'd have all the roads here, and I wonder if I can label these quickly. Let me see if I can. I don't know. I would go through this. Every segment, I'd make sure it has the right number. So there would be people who would drive every single road in the community on a rotating scale with LiDAR, which is basically a technology where they're shooting, for lack of a better way of explaining it, they're shooting lasers, kind of, not lasers, but they're shooting, they're basically able to shoot, let's see if I can find the right terminology for this. They're able to read the pavement condition. LiDAR is remote sensing technology. Laser pulses, so it is lasers, yes. So using lasers to look at the condition of the pavement, they add that to GIS, they add it to a point in the road, and then I would look at this on a map, and then I would need to come up with a way to prioritize it. So I would look at things like the classification of the roadway, the pavement condition, the traffic flow, and try to come up with a formula to prioritize where funding decisions should be made. So that was what I did for a job. It's very technical. That was one of my jobs anyway. My most recent job, I did that quite a bit. So I came up with the system for how to classify roads and when they should be funded, basically. So yeah. Dabbled in GIS a bit at your old job, planning out fiber optic builds in rural New England. Yeah, that's another use for it. Very handy generating hazard maps, absolutely. Sparky light being lasers. Yes. Radio detection, radar. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. Dr. Evil stuff right there. Streets with lasers. It happens all the time. So I did that at the state as well. It was something very similar. It's called the Transportation Improvement Program. So it's a way to categorize, and every state, at least in the U.S., has it. Many cities do, and it's the way that they classify roads. If you ever want to know if your road is going to be up for some sort of reconstruction, the Transportation Improvement Program is the place to look, because it'll have the ratings of all the roads. There's also bridge ratings that occur in a very similar way. And again, you're looking at GIS and coming up with a classification system to figure out what should be prioritized first. So the map that I put together basically had all the roads with different colors, and those colors correspond to numbers that told you where the worst condition was. And then the attribute table, the one that I was showing you before right here, it would actually have all the ratings in here. And then at the end, I would run a formula within this table to come up with a prioritization based on all those different attributes. So yes. We need a precinct layover for the mayoral vote. Oh yeah, yes. You must be the nerdiest girl in the world because you are in awe and want more of this from Magnolia County. Should I be using more GIS now that I have the ability to do GIS in Magnolia County? Do you guys want this kind of thing? I could see uses for this. I need to figure out how to separate it more, but I could see uses for it. Yes. Astro, yeah, you would definitely say yes. Yusuf, you like it too? QZ, you like it? Do I know when CS2 is coming to Mac? I have no idea. I got an answer for that. It was just at some point they'll hit the export button. New merch, that was my thought. How am I still at my first beer? Listen, man, I have not been. I drank a lot in Finland, like a lot. I drank more in Finland than I've drank in a long time. I drank so much that I was singing Eminem at a karaoke bar with Silverette. So yeah, I drank a lot. So beer's not seeming the same way that it did before the trip, but this is a very good beer. Matthew, great job with this beer. I love it. Bringing out the true Wisconsin. I went full Wisconsin in Finland. And $2.20 is a wonderful man, and also we have the same inability to say no to a good time. Do we have evidence of karaoke? Yes. And also nobody wants to see that. You're taking a GIS class in college right now. Any tips? Anything that you want to know about GIS? Any questions you have? Like if I were working on this, if I had a goal, I would be looking at YouTube. Like I looked at YouTube so much. YouTube and the forums for, if you're looking at Arc Pro now, I guess, look at the Esri forums. If you have a question, someone else has it too, and they've answered it. So yeah, search Google, search YouTube. It's all there. I want to do one more. We're going into Poplar. We gotta do it. I want to see what it looks like. It's funny, 9 streams and it's over twice the size. Yo, you working QGIS? Seeing this open, messed with well, listen, Cole, you're probably actually a King Wing. You're probably disappointed in my lack of skills here. I am terrible at this. But with OSM Export, I'm fully of the mindset. I'm sure Carto is wonderful. Actually, we have to look at Carto. We have to look at it. The reason we have to look at it is I wonder if it categorizes things better. So let's see. We will export both our OSM export. I wonder if it's gonna overwrite it. Maybe generate the PDF. Let's see. I gotta look at the experimental features. We got contour lines and trees, transport lines. Oh my goodness. Hold on. I totally screwed up. We've got to re-export this. We've got different PDF types. I wonder if this is the different OSM. Oh, I want the modern PDF. Okay. What do the different styles do? I have no idea, but you better believe we're gonna look. Okay. Guess we're still cranking. We're still cranking. This is a big city. Great mod. This is a phenomenal mod. Like every time, like, so that was one of the things. Like meeting the modders in Finland was outstanding. Just like it's crazy. There are currently about 1,300 of us watching right now. 1,200 of us. That's really neat. But I'm not doing anything all that interesting. The modders are doing interesting things. They're doing all of the best things. And that's where I like super cool to hang out with them. Okay. Where is this? Filibuster is lost in the mod. I am. What is the best map in CS1 Park Life? Don't use the vanilla maps. They're fine, but you'd be much happier in a custom map, or use, I mean, yeah, in a custom map. Okay, so here is the modern version with the contour lines. Kind of janky. It didn't rasterize it though, which is what I was worried about. So that's good. So rasterizing is turning it into a static image. This is all vector. So actually, I wonder if I can open this up in Affinity and just turn off some of the layers. It's fine. It's just a different look. The difference. So this one right here is the classic. And you can tell like the background color. Let's go down to Bend. The background color is slightly different. The watercolor is slightly different. It's a horse apiece. It doesn't really matter. I think that the colors are more vibrant on the modern one, more grays as well. Other than that, it seems like the iconography is about the same. It's fine. I can see all the transit routes in here, so that's kind of neat. But that's because I enabled those. I'm good. Before we go into GIS, I want to open this up. Let's open this up in Affinity. I don't know why that's in there twice. Awesome. Affinity is, it's not open source. So Affinity, I'll go to the website. Oh no, I'm not signed in. I don't want to show you guys my login. Hold on. Okay. I got logged in. So, we're not updating. This, so Affinity is, it's a software suite that's very similar to the Creative Suite. In fact, if you've used the Creative Suite at all, this is probably going to feel very familiar and very comfortable. I also think it does a few things better in terms of the way that it handles effects. I think it's a little bit easier to use. But it opens up Illustrator files, and I can open up PDFs and modify things. And you can see that it actually exported this all to layers. So when I was doing a lot of mapping, the very last thing I would do is take a map into Illustrator and modify things in here. And it looks like I could do that with this one as well. So you guys mentioned merge. I have the ability to turn things on and off. And I'm hoping, let's see. Ooh, what did I do? Made it gross. I'm hoping that this is, oh yeah. Okay, I can grab segments. It's not cool that these aren't joined, but I can fix that and work around it. Yeah, this is so cool. This gives you the ability to basically control everything, like so much control. I can simplify lines and improve it. Affinity, if you've never used it, the disappointing thing, this used to be developed by a British software company, and you could buy this. Oh, look at this. Try Affinity free for 6 months. Everybody, give it a go. It's worth it. Hold on. It's so worth it. I'm going to leave this in the chat. So they have Affinity Designer is their version of, what is it? I can't even, hold on. Okay. So for Photoshop, that's photo. For publisher, that's basically publisher. Designer, that might be Illustrator. I'm trying to think. Yeah, it's their Illustrator clone. Photo is Photoshop. Publisher 2 is basically the same thing as InDesign. It also comes with fonts. It's $165 one time, and that's it. You pay it and you own it forever, and then you get a cheaper upgrade. And then if you wait until like Black Friday, it goes to half price. So like, get your free trial and then like pick it up on Black Friday. What I don't love is this was recently purchased by Canva, so I'm concerned that the version I have is going to be the last one. But ultimately, I have said I hate subscriptions, and this is a way for me to avoid it. So I bought the updated version, even though I didn't need it. I upgraded from 1 to 2, just because I want software like this to exist. Software that allows me to own my software, to feel like I purchased something, not to have it perpetually updated just for the sake of it. It's great. It's great. Okay, but the subscription model and you're out. Me too. Yep. Yeah, wait till Black Friday. You get 6-month free trial. Download it, give it a shot. I mean, this thing it's a sick piece of software. It is an Adobe alternative. It is the only thing it doesn't do is video editing. But here's the thing: just use DaVinci, and you can even export this. I know Canva, no, they don't have a video editor. I think if you wanted the perfect replacement, it's probably DaVinci plus Affinity. That's probably what you'd be looking for. I wish that I would have learned DaVinci, but I just didn't. Ryan, over on YouTube, Ryan Davey, thank you so much for the super chat. Fellow GIS nerd checking in. Never thought you'd watch a live stream of QGIS. Phil is the best. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, man. Hopefully I didn't let you down. I have no QGIS skills. You're watching a novice. Copa, thank you so much for the super chat, bro. You'd straight up buy a map of this city. Not gonna lie. You talking about Magnolia County? That'd be okay. Lukey's, thank you so much for the 5 months of Tier 1 Rink Rat, Minnesota. I think it's Rink Rat, Minnesota. Thank you so much for the Prime. And Cody Kyle Official, thank you so much for 2 months at Tier 1. DaVinci plus of Affinity is the way to go. You use Lightroom on your school account. Cole, that's how they get you. I will be just like super upfront with you. I learned the Creative Suite. Everything was free. I learned ArcGIS. Everything was free. The other thing I learned was SketchUp, which actually is free. But they teach you how to use them. You get to use them at work, and then you want to use them outside of work, and you can't. You got to buy them, and they're way too expensive. So yeah, KDen Live is another free video editor to look into. Is it? I mean, I guess another one you could look at is CapCut. I'm not a TikTok fan, but they do have a full video editor. I hear it's pretty good. It does live translating, which is something that I can't get. So I am all about, and I've mentioned this on many occasions, I'm all about Final Cut. Mac user, it's the reason why I have a Mac. So yeah. Perpetual license there as well. Are we talking about Adobe or every CAD software? I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. Add all the layers. Okay, QGIS works. It's pretty good for what you get. I'm into it. So I think where I screwed up, if I wanted to get this right, it's exactly what we were talking about earlier. So land use has the land use categories, but certain things like different amenities are separated. And you can see right here in the attributes table, it actually says it's a college, high school. So we could provide different colors for each of these. We have the broad category, school, and the detailed category. So there's got to be a way to set up a formula to actually pull this. The leisure amenities, it's all in here. This makes me think, I don't think that Carto is going to do a better job than this does. I don't love the way that this table is put together, but I think I could work around it. Two ways that you could do it. Obviously, copying and pasting this layer over and over. Another way would be to figure out the actual how to do a definition query. The third way would be to make another category in this table and then start to copy the attributes over to that category and have one category with everything. Because I had everything populated with null. And that's why I had, remember when I said that the offices were showing up as the same color as the river? That's why. I'd have to pull all these different categories together. So yeah. Linux user here, all about the free open source stuff. Linux user, you can use QGIS, and Linux user, I mean, Affinity is not free. I don't know if it's on Linux. I don't think it is. I'm sorry. Krita is mostly for drawing. I basically use Affinity for everything. You're gonna log off and finish your homework. Cole, have a good night. And thank you for being here. Okay. I think I've had fun in QGIS, but I think I might leave it there. Seriously cool stuff you can do. I would definitely recommend this mod. Maybe I am curious. I'm gonna leave this one to you, Twitch. Should we check out Carto real quick? See what it can do? Should we check out Carto? Yes or no? I think I know the answer. That's one of those things like, I have candy. Would you like candy? Yes or no? Whoa, I was wrong. You guys have a minute. So far, it's looking like it's a no. I personally think that OSM Export is everything that you need, because if you want to get super in the weeds, you can. I don't know what this tool is. I'm kind of curious of this image. It looks like it's maybe a Java version of a map viewer. It's on Linux as well. Oh no, it's C#. It's fine. I think QGIS is probably the way to do this. Yes, but not if I have a white van. I learned how to drive in a white van, Dodge Caravan. Layer property source bottom right. Ooh, hold on. Layer properties. No, this is not what I was looking for. So I don't know how to. So I need to pull attributes from multiple columns. I don't know how to do that. So yeah, that's that. Like, being a novice right now, I would try to figure out a way to draw from multiple categories. And if I needed to fix this right now, I would clone this thing like 6 times. Should we check out Carto? Is a yes. It's a yes. If you're not excited about this, QZ contributed 200 channel points, or 199, and that definitely tipped this over the edge. Source tab bottom right. Hold on. Source. Ah, I got you. So I could use this. So what I would likely do is I would make a new field and clone everything except for null values to that new field. And that's how I could create one column that I could use for symbolizing everything. So that's super cool. So yes, that is how you do it. Thank you so much. That's awesome. So if you want to do this, source, build a query, and then make a new field and copy that over here. Of course, I say make a new field like I know how to do it. I have no idea. This view makes it look like it's all bad water from Timberborn. It does. It does. Or I can make it look like everything is water. That's another option. Okay, we're going to look at Carto real quick. Let me close all of these things quickly. In particular, City Skylines. And then I'm hoping that we could just download that once again we can just quickly export as an OSM file and just open it back up. So we've got it downloaded and installed. Is this your Teams meeting? It is. And I'm going to tell you that I'm disappointed. You haven't accomplished as much today as I thought you were going to. And as a result, don't think about getting a bonus. It's not happening. Look at QZ's comment. QZ must have misclicked. Hold on. I can actually look specifically at QZ. $200 spam and you still lost? You voted no? QZ, you definitely voted yes. You voted 200 yes. You're the whole reason why this is happening. No, you didn't? Okay, well, you voted 200 and you still lost. I'm not sure which it is, but it was definitely a yes. Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You were sitting there spamming click yes to who knows? Okay. Astro, you know what? Blame Astro. It's Astro's fault. Here's the, I think this will go relatively quickly. We know what we're doing now. Panda Sauce, thank you so much for the tier 1. 8 months. Hey, CPP, just made it in. It's been an awesome week for you. You bought your first home with your partner and had your fixed term contract extended for all next year and a stream to top it off. And you got a hazy IPA. Okay. Nobody has had a better week than Panda Sauce. And I had a pretty darn good week too. I was in Finland, but that is a sick week. Congratulations across the board. And to you, cheers. That's awesome. Congratulations on the home. And welcome to home ownership. It's quite the ride. And congratulations to the job as well. Lord of Llamas, we are having Sunday Drive, which was sent in from a viewer in Flagstaff, Arizona. And it is very good. It's an American lager. Very, well, it's gone now. A little bit bitter, very hoppy. Not, for a lager, I'd say it's pretty hoppy. But I dig it. Skibbity Lone Sigma. Thank you so much for the prime. Appreciate you. Lost chat. It's over here. Give me 1 second, chat. I lost you guys as I was looking for QZ's comments. It showed QZ voted 200 yes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure QZ is the reason that we're here. Yeah, 199. Oh, we've got an ad right now. Well, then I will use it to become a pro at this mod. Oh, okay. We've got another. Oh, this makes me wish I had ArcGIS. Oh, I could show you guys what I know if I had ArcGIS. The only way I can get ArcGIS is nefarious means. We can't do that on stream. Oh, that kills me. Okay, Carto has a reason. 30 seconds. Yeah, can I use ArcGIS online? I don't know my login at this point. The logins I've used have been through employers. Cough, cough, ad blocker, cough. Joke's on you, Lizo. There's no ads on YouTube. Nefarious means, yeah, I have unabashedly acquired ArcMap for personal use in the past when the CD provided by the school didn't work and I had homework to do. You'll figure it out. It's not a fun process. Yes. Do I have a list of mods that I use for CS2? I do not, but I'm going to be putting it up tomorrow. cityplannerplays.com. It'll be at the top. Give me a minute and I'll put it up there. Hankster redeemed the emote only chat. Don't get mad at me. Okay, so we're back from the ad break and Carto has a reason to exist. So you can export as a shapefile. For anyone who doesn't know, shapefiles are what you can use in ArcMap. So I was professing my love for ArcMap, my willingness to sail the high seas to acquire it in the past, and you can export directly to it. It looks like you have a lot of options here. I can change the naming format. What else can I get? Oh my goodness. It's exporting the water bodies as a separate file. It's giving me the zoning, the terrain. This might actually classify it a lot better. It's giving me a geotiff. Okay. Count homeless residents. Why are you doing this to me? Hold on. We're gonna Thanos snap the homeless away before we run Carto. And we've got to export this. Okay, I'm super pumped. You know, QZ, I know you didn't want to do this, but you didn't interfere with anything, Hankster. You allowed me to explore Carto. And as cool as OSM export is, I think that Carto might have more potential for being easier user experience. QZ may be unhappy, but you're pleased as punch. I am legitimately just jacked right now. 30 files. Oh my goodness. We're getting individual shape files. Let's go. Let's go. Look at, oh my goodness. Oh, this is super helpful. So I think we're getting building footprints. I think we've got our center lines, which is going to be all of our roads and our rail. Points of interest. We've got zoning. Let's see. What else do we get in here? I don't know what this stuff is. It says topo. Oh, it's layer settings. QGIS layer settings. Well, I don't know how to use any of that. That's cool. Okay, hold on, guys. I'm sorry. This is like the most disorganized stream that I think I've ever had, but it's just what I do. Draghum, thank you so much for the tier 1. Guten Morgen. Well, good morning to you. K-Rumo, thank you so much for the prime. Long drinks all around. B. Schweigelhausen was all about the long drink, and after having some myself, I am as well. I'd have some long drink, for sure. Long drink, for anyone who's uninitiated, is it like a gin drink? I'm into it. It was very refreshing. Oh my goodness. Look at that. It's the tile area. I don't know what all these points of interest are. Oh my goodness. Okay. I've added these all in here multiple times, so that's my bad. I'll get rid of half of these. Let's see. Remove layer. Okay. So yeah, this. Let's look at the attributes table. Your first live, let's go. Nystra cake, or Nystra cake. This is a real weird first live for you. I normally am not learning GIS, well, like barely not playing City Skylines, but like exporting GIS data from it. Oh my goodness. Okay. This is all of my neighborhoods, the area. So let's see. I'm going to categorize this. How do I do that? It's so frustrating not having ArcMap. I will be honest, I am very frustrated. This is sweet. At the top, click the single symbol. Okay, yeah, but I can't recall. Oh, categorize. That's right. Okay. And I can't open up. I want to be able to open up the attributes table at the same time. So name is what I need to look at. Oh, so I need to. Okay. So the problem I have both map tiles and the districts. So let's see. Okay. We'll categorize this. The value will be name. I'm going to classify all of these, and then I'm going to remove all of the map tiles. And freeze the app. City Skylines 1.5. This is legit amazing. Look at this. So I just took all the districts that I created and I've just filtered to those. So these are all the different townships. Once I figure out how to label things, it's gonna be sick. Then let's see. Here's all my building footprints. So I probably want the center line above that. We have all of our building footprints. Let's see what categories we have here. We can actually categorize them by zoning district. Okay, guys, Carto's way better. So, okay, that's not true. Okay, Carto is better for... Carto provides better GIS information. So if your goal is to create a map in GIS, get Carto. Because I think that this is categorized a ton better. I can do a lot more with this. I don't have to learn QGIS. I mean, I should be able to, with this, for instance, I should be able to go under categorized and select name and classify these. And there's a couple of, maybe this is not the right one. It's actually giving me legend classifications. I'd have to consolidate these, obviously, because it's giving me different numbers, but this is usable information that makes some sense to me. Like I could collapse these. I can merge these categories and create categories that make sense. So this to me, the way that it's organizing the GIS data just makes a ton more sense. The zoning. Let's see if this looks good as well. It does. Look at that. It even has colors. Recommended colors to use. So I should be able to pull this. If not, I could enter that. I wonder if I can keep this up at the same time. No. Hold on. So what I would do instead, just the hacky way, I'll just paste that in here. So I should be able to go in and just like categorize this. Add all the classifications. And then let's see, residential. Is it, it does let me enter, okay. QGIS is okay. So for low density residential, 32E C32. Okay. Yeah, I'm like, I know this. I know that you probably don't care. It's, oh, that's the zoning cells. That's so cool. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm sold. Carto's the way to go. This is so sick. I'm sorry guys. I'm ruined. I don't even want to play City Skylines to play City Skylines anymore. I want to play City Skylines to make maps. So this is it's so cool. Get these I mean, everything I'm doing tonight is using open source software. QGIS is free. Look up QGIS. Get Carto if you wanna create a map in QGIS. Get OSM Export if you want to make a PDF. Can you even mark? Can I say I'm playing QGIS? Let's see. QGIS. No. No, I can't say. We've basically spent the entire stream playing QGIS, but no, it won't let me. But okay, I've got to look at this as well. I know I'm diving in the weeds here. Cities map lines. Yes, Twitch does need to get this fixed. First Necron, are you in here? Let people know that they want to play ArcGIS, or ArcMap or QGIS. Okay, the name, the category. Oh, so this is, okay. So watch this, guys. So I should be able to categorize by category. And now for the highways, I could increase the width. I wonder. No. We'll make this wider. Red's actually a pretty appropriate color for the highway. Large road. We'll just make this dark. And if we use 2.5 before, we'll use 1.75. Actually, 1.25. This is the line thickness. So as I apply this, let's get rid of. We'll get rid of these, and I'll show you what I'm working with. So I'm basically looking at the symbology for these different roadway categories, and I can define it individually. And you can start to make this look like a really realistic looking map. So medium roads, these are, whoops. We'll make it 1. That's interesting to me. So that I guess large must be the 6-lane roads. Medium must be what I'm using for arterials. For the tram, I wonder. We'll sample that medium color. Did I get it? I did not. So what I would do for this one is likely grab this, and I wonder if I could do complex symbology. Maybe add this as a dashed line, maybe in red, over the top of this one. So make this one like 0.75. And now down in Yeah, the symbology that I chose didn't really work, but you kind of get the vibe. Yeah, we're adding a dash on top. So you can have a realistic map of your video game city. Indeed, indeed. He says no one cares that he still retains 400 viewers. Yeah, I mean, we're losing people on YouTube, but that's okay. We'll play next time. This is what we're playing right now. See, I would just go all the way up and down this. I mean, the thing that I think is kind of sad is it feels like we don't have a lot of default symbology in here, but that's okay. Super cool. Super, super, super cool. Really, really into this. Get Carto. I could just, why did that not find it? So we found train before. I could probably make my own. Let's see. Now, can you export this to OpenStreetMaps? I don't know how to, but if it's in QGIS, I don't know why you couldn't. The question is, why would you want to? Like, what would you gain by, I guess, the thought, like, what benefit do you get by exporting this to OpenStreetMap? Do you have the ability to basically, I know that there are some websites that allow you to basically make your own worlds and turn them into websites. What would be the reason for doing that? Way past your bedtime, the Planksta? But you're nerding out too? I ignored your question 3 times. You're leaving, Killiam? I mean, I'm super into this. Does this show your city map as Google Maps and is satellite mode possible? Probably not. So generally, satellite modes are tiles. So without the ability to do some sort of map tiling, probably not. If it's not tiling, it's orthophotography. The one thing I could see us being able to do, because we have all the roads right here, we should, in theory, if there was a mod, and maybe you guys know this, is there a mod that allows you to export just a gigantic view of your city like this as tiles? If so, we have all the tools that we need. So I could, in theory, grab this, print screen, and then I should be able to geo-reference this because we have the streets. So in ArcMap, you just need control points, and you would drop this on here. And the roads are the perfect control points. So I'd find intersections, stretch this out on top, and that would be a way that you could do it. But I don't, yeah, screenshots stitched together, just like Crazy Smile suggests. So yeah, I would imagine that it's possible, but not easy. Does anyone know if there is, you think NVIDIA has this kind of functionality for extra layer screenshot? Yeah, if there is, okay, I know that you have the ability to request mods in CS2 modding in their Discord. Maybe I will ask for that one, because if there is a way to export the entire map as a bunch of either a bunch of individual JPEGs or PNGs, or one gigantic one that's really high resolution, we should be able to add that and geo-reference it to our street view, and that would be sick. Like, that would be really cool. That's actually what I would really like to be able to do, to make the, I referenced $2.20's old map, and let's see. I want to say that I spoke with him about this. I want to say the website's gone. Oh, it's super bummer. Because it was so good. Oh, yeah, he did mention that. We were drinking. It's expired. Is there a cache? I'm going on the rabbit hole. Anyway, he had really cool ortho photos of his builds, in particular Oceania, and you could zoom in, and this would be a way that you could recreate that. So yeah, in Unity you could place a camera above the map. I have no idea how to do that. Wayback Machine? Maybe. Picanha, have a good night. Poplar Ponderosa, thank you for being here, buddy. I didn't see you in here earlier. We've basically been learning all about these new map tools that are available, different mods. So the one that we settled on is Carto is good if you want to make a map in GIS, because you have the ability, it just divides all the information well. And if you just want a quick PDF, something quick and dirty, OSM's the route to go. So yeah. Just got here. You missed the Finland talk. It's there. You just go back and rewatch it. In general, feeling good after going to Finland about CS2. Feeling good about the future. But yeah, I also feel very good about these mods. I think that these are super cool mods, and I would highly recommend if you like mapping at all, if you're into this sort of thing, check out Carto. Download QGIS and check it out. Also, I mentioned this earlier. Affinity is free for 6 months, so go check that out as well. TLDR, he has an NDA and can't share anything. Yeah, I can't share any of the most interesting things, but I can share vibes. My vibes were, I felt positive afterwards. I felt very good. I feel like things are going to move in the right direction. The real question is when. Hopefully soon. We'll have to see. You can rewind on YouTube. You can. I think I just want to chat for a little while, and I'm gonna build out a couple of neighborhoods here. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. The latest I've been up since getting home from Finland is 11, and I'm feeling it. Opening the CS2 editor. I mean, you never know. You kind of wish you could stream the work you do. It'd be so fun. You're behind a security curtain. You love the content. I was gonna say, there are people who stream their work, and it's surprising the number of people that are interested in it. But if it's security, if you have security reasons why you can't, that stinks. A lot of people are interested in seeing other people's work. Poplar Ponderosa. I'll give you a quick the big thing, my big takeaway from Finland. The game's going to be in a good spot. I feel hopeful about the future, and it was a very humanizing experience. On a personal level, I liked a lot of the people I met. Okay, that's a dumb way of putting it. I liked everyone that I met. I don't think I met anyone that I didn't really enjoy. Regardless of where they were from in the world too. I think some of the creators that I enjoyed speaking with the most were the French creators, for instance. QGIS, you're learning about that in school right now. Music harmony. I don't know what I'm doing, but it was easy enough to figure out with a little bit of playing. I don't know if that's your experience as well. The planks, they tried to TLDR, tried to get Phil to break the NDA, mission failed. I thought you guys liked me. If you want me to break an NDA, you don't like me very much. I mean, as an XGIS professional turned software developer, you love this? Eric, I'm glad you liked it. I very much enjoyed this stream. I know it's not for everybody, but this I will say point blank, the last 2 streams have made me like streaming more than pretty much any other stream that we've had. Like, the stream in Finland was, I know it wasn't for everybody, and I know that even the idea of the creators going to Finland rubs some people the wrong way, and I totally get that. But also, it was one of my favorite experiences as a creator. So yeah. City Planner Podcast 1. I'm gonna be on. Canadian Moose has a podcast that he's launching, and I'm gonna be on that one. For me personally, a podcast is a lot of work. I don't think I have the patience for it. Why would it rub some people the wrong way? I mean, I saw comments that said you went to Colossal Order they paid for your flight, you're bought and paid for. I'll just keep it super real. It's gonna cost more than a flight to Finland to buy and pay me off. And I'm not getting bought and paid off. That's not why I'm doing this. So it was super cool to be able to go. Very much appreciate it. It definitely humanized them to me because I got to meet them as people. But also, if they do stupid things, I'm gonna keep saying it because I'm irritating. So does that mean that I mean I still like them, but it doesn't matter. City planner paid. Some people like to think negative. No, here's the thing. I totally get it. I mean, that's like, I will often hear if I accept a review key for a game, that I am clearly, that's a sponsored video and I'm clearly bought and paid for. And the reality is, I get review keys every day, you know, like it's nice. I like it. I appreciate it. But also like it kind of just comes with the territory and it doesn't influence how I feel. Like I feel like you have to not let that influence you. I don't know how to put it. Wait, Planner Duck is in here? I'm locked in the window. Planner Duck, you missed all the GIS fun. Why am I locked in this window? Okay, now I'm good. Hold on. I'm missing something. I feel bad now. Hold on. Caprio, thank you so much for the tier 1. Glad you had a great trip, City Planner Plays. Happy you could catch a stream again. I'm glad you're here as well. Thank you so much. It's also saying more about the creator than people making those comments about you as a creator. I mean, here's the thing. I get it. It's also just, you know, ultimately, it's fine. I mean, people are allowed to have their opinions and their feelings and their thoughts, and I will listen to them, and I will try to explain my thought process on everything as well, because I do feel like people deserve. I mean, I have an ethics statement on my website because ethics does matter to me, but also I feel like if you have a neat experience that is going to bring you closer to the community, be that the general community, I mean, or the creator community, it would be so foolish to have the time and the ability to go to something like that and provide your feedback directly to developers, especially when you care a lot about the game and the community. It would be absolutely foolish, in my opinion, not to go. Even if I sat there and didn't say a word the entire time, being there is going to be beneficial because I'll gain information. So yeah, it's one of those things. How do I know when to start a new grid versus continuing your old one? I have no idea. I just make it up as I go. And right now I just want something simple. So I'm just continuing this, kind of meandering it, not even really thinking about it. Vainglorious. You want to hope with the track record so far has triggered your skepticism? I'm curious. I am curious how you all feel about the announcement of the delayed content creator packs. Brainface, you think I'm correct? Thank you. I feel about that. I appreciate that. I want to know. I'm going to ask both Twitch and YouTube. You can't waste your channel points. How do you feel about CCP delay? I guess it's CCP and DLC. Good. Let it cook. Feels bad, man. I'll give you guys a couple minutes on Twitch, and I'll ask the exact same poll on YouTube like I mentioned. How do you feel about DLC and CCP delay? Good. Let it cook. Feels bad, man. Okay. I'm curious, because I personally feel super positive about it. Indifferent. I didn't get that one. Unsurprised. I'm also unsurprised. You think Esri is going to backtrack? Do I think they will? I think there's a chance. Although now, from what I'm hearing from folks like Matt saying that Arc Pro, once you get the hang of it, it's good. I mean, maybe not. I don't know. Hard to say. Caprio, you're mostly disappointed. I feel you. I feel very mixed. Editors are the most important thing along with bug fixes. And that's basically what they're saying. I mean, that's basically what they're saying. Everyone should be thinking about the bug fixes and the editor first. They want to prioritize that. Let it cook means less buggy on release. So it on both. Okay, so there's no votes on Twitch really. On YouTube, there's more, but not very many. But either way, it's about 80% on both platforms of you saying good, let it cook. I think maybe it's actually 80 exactly on both. I'll end them at the same time. I guess my take is, particularly with the DLC, I really don't want them releasing a DL. Like, it's not about the money to me. So 82% on Twitch, 81 on YouTube. It's not about the money, like paying for more content. It's not about that. What it's about is I'm afraid that they would release a patch on a game that has bugs, and the result of that would be that we don't know that the DLC doesn't work right, and we don't even know it. The content creator pack, the CCP. I think I understand people's feelings more about being disappointed. Everyone wants more content. That's why they want the asset editor. But also, like, it's bad, feels bad to, I think it feels bad to have the more paid content when the free content that was promised isn't available. That's my take. You didn't realize the console version got delayed again? It didn't. The console version got delayed indefinitely. So the console version has been delayed, and nothing has changed. Essentially, things were bad. Things are still bad. It's not. And when I say bad, I mean like bad as in you don't know when any new information is going to be released. But here's the thing. I keep hearing from console players like, I just want the game. You do not want the experience that all of us PC players had at launch. It was real bad. Real bad. And if you can avoid that, that's a win. Wow, you don't have a PC? Well, just imagine if you got it on console, and rather than having like a smooth gameplay experience, it just crashed on you all the time. Well, first of all, that would never happen. Sony and Microsoft would reject that so fast. But let's just say like what you end up getting is a version of the game that is a lesser version that just isn't very good. Let's say, it's I mean, any number of ways it could be constrained. Like, let's say that it is. You don't want that. I mean, that's my take on it. So like, it sucks, but it could be worse. At least your day one experience will be better than PC players. Because we definitely did not have a good experience. Many people did not. Me and the boys love PC. Understandable, but of course you're getting impatient. I totally get that. You know, one of the things that I've thought about a lot is how absolutely crazy it is that they announced the game and then said, by the way, it's going to be up in a couple of months. When we weren't even looking, like, we kind of had an idea that maybe there'll be a City Skylines 2 at some point, but we didn't know it was going to be in a couple of months. And then they're just like, by the way, soon. Yeah. In your opinion, with mods still lacking, there are some very specific areas where the game is lacking, for sure. I think, I mean, here's an example. Let's look at our traffic view. It looks like there's a ton of traffic in this downtown area, but then you pull in and the highway is empty. I get it. It's midday, but still, like, looks pretty empty. Lots of animations missing, but also, like, it's such a weird thing. And I actually told this to Colossal Order. I was like, you guys did the weirdest thing. Like, you made a game that killed the old one for me. And it was my favorite game, or favorite top two. I go back and forth between this and Civ. So you made me not want to play the old game, but you also frustrated me with the new one. It's weird. CS2 Rush Hour. I'd love a toggle to turn this off so we just get constant traffic. That would be cool. Mods are getting good, but you're itching to see some assets. I mean, if you are willing to roll the dice, there are assets out there. You just have to be willing to lose your city. Good. We were doing GIS. Yes. The thing that saps all the joy for you is that your cities come to a crawl once you get to 115,000 population. Yeah. Wait, have you tried switching the setting? I don't really know if it does anything. I'd be curious to know. There's a setting that allows you to change or prioritize simulation or FPS. Have you tried that? You're itching to release assets. Let you at the editor. Nephrite, what kind of assets do you make? I'm itching to know what kind. I mean, I think you can access portions of the editor right now. I don't know if you can actually do what you want to do, but you can access the editor. This is an existing asset. I Frankenstein it together, indeed. Console player, to promise the console and OC versions would be identical was a major stretch. I mean, I think they're still shooting for it. I do think that is ambitious. Is probably a very generous way of putting it. It's very ambitious ask. Buildings, Nephrite. When you are able to do this, I expect to see you hopping in a stream, telling me to go check out your assets. Boy, that sounds bad. That is what I want though. when you are able to, I would love to showcase. I would love to showcase your guys' creations and check them out for myself. What mod is it that makes the square zoning transparent? It's two mods. They're both TDW mods. Hold on. I'll bite on that one. That's a question I get all the time. It is toggle overlays and zoning color changer. I'm using both of them. So the toggle overlays makes it so it doesn't flash the white view at you, and the zone color changer allows you to change the color of the zones and change the transparency. In my opinion, both should be in the vanilla game. I don't know why they're not, but TDW, again, maker of Road Builder, maker of Skive, overall GOAT, amazing human being too. After meeting TDW, just love TDW so much. Don't know why TDW is so amazing, but is. So TDW is an amazing person, absolutely. Mick Fuddlebutt, good to see you in here, buddy. How you doing? We love TDW. I will. I think bluntly, this game would have likely, without TDW's contributions, this game would be in a really rough spot. Like, I bluntly could not. I've been bailed out, and I told TDW this when I saw them, that there was a stream maybe 3 weeks ago that everything was screwed up, but I was able to use Skyve to fix everything right before stream. I was able to load. It was what was it? It was Lumina. There was a bad version of Lumina that was pushed out, and I was able to go ahead and revert back to an older version. And I think you could probably do that through the web version of Paradox Mods, but I don't know how to do it. And I certainly couldn't have done it right before stream like I did. Guys, I am opening up my second one. Keep me awake. And it is a spotted cow because I'm boring. Skyve is a lifesaver. It really is. It really is. Again, another thing that I think probably should be like that should be a vanilla game feature as well. That external mod manager. The Gucciest main, thank you so much for the tier 1. I appreciate you. What modeling software works with asset creation? Is it Blender? I want to say it's Blender, but I'm not an asset creator. I as much as I wish I knew more about it. Robert McAllister, thank you so much. Just 22 months of channel membership. Happy to be here and the stream. Thank you so much. And thank you for the shuckles. Maya and Blender, you use both of them? Okay. You import CAD files into Blender? Blender's open source, right? I will be upfront. I don't know anything about it, but I think it is. Wear my instructor hat a bit. Okay, I don't have an instructor hat. But what I do have is I did get swag. I finally got some chirpers. So I've got just like a normal chirper. And I've got chirper wearing a construction cone, which I think is pretty darn cool. And then also, talk about hats. I do have this. I got a hat, so I could sit here and wear this hat around. I got a CS2 hat. It's a start. It is a start. I'm into it. I'm not a hat guy though, so it's just kind of gonna sit here. Maybe on stream. City planner sells out. yeah. This is me wearing the City Skylines hat is me selling out. So here's the real question: what is selling out harder, wearing the City Skylines hat or wearing the Knight's armor? Very dapper, very warm. Colossal Order's biggest fan. I could wear my Colossal Order pin and my City Skylines hat, and then I could clip both of the chirpies to my ears and just have, there we go. That's the way I do it. Pikachu onesie. My kids both have Pikachu onesies, so that would do it. Yes, that's it. That's the look right there. There we go. He's shilling for real. Listen, if you're gonna shill, you gotta shill super hard. If I'm gonna be called the shill, I'm gonna earn it. Riri's in here. Riri, good to see you. I wish that you would have been in there. I think they could have used more streamers, truthfully. The one thing. Ooh. Big thunder outside. We'll have to see what happens there. The one thing that I'm a little disappointed by And I'll just express the disappointment publicly, so hopefully it doesn't happen. It sounds like in the future, they may divide up the streamers and the YouTubers. Can you guys hear that? It is super loud. If the stream randomly ends, it's because we're having a bad thunderstorm. I don't even know. Makes me wonder. Hold on. Look at my phone real quick. You're jealous you missed the Midwest storms? NDA gods are giving me a warning. That's Chirper. Chirper flew into a cloud and is it's shots fired. Warning shots. Just know if I go too far, it's gonna be a bad time. Logan the Shogun, thank you so much for the tier 1. Red October, thank you so much. Hype train, there's a hype train. I totally missed it. It's going on right now. Thank you for the reminder. Almost got canceled. I'm working on it. I'm working on getting canceled. Yeah. What do I think of the idea to be able to add gated communities by being able to place a front gate and then marking out the area of the community? Kind of like placing a farm. Red October, I love that idea. I mean, okay. Let me take a step back. Gated communities are terrible, but also they exist. And it sounds like the implementation that you've suggested makes a lot of sense. I kind of like it's kind of like Manor Lords, you know, where like you can create the gates. I kind of like the idea of it kind of reminds me of that. It's kind of cool. Park Life DLC for NIMBYs. I mean, that is approach. Yes. I think Poplar Ponderosa, I am going to do some real ugly sprawly things. I mean, I've been sprawling. I just want the map to feel full. And I wonder if I just like bring it out this way. An anonymous gifter, thank you so much for the 2 gifted subs. Avid Fate and Gruff Candor. I'm hoping to have a draft of the next video out on the Discord tomorrow. Probably very late. So make sure you hop on there. Maybe you can check it out. More car-centric development. That's what I want. I want traffic. Here's the thing that kind of kills me. Like, so people were talking about CS2. One of the issues to me, it's 3 in the morning. Maybe I just need to play with the day-night cycle so I actually feel what's going on. That looks awesome. that transition is a little rough. But the road's just being dead right now. And when you have the day-night cycle off, you don't really know why. It's just kind of like there's no traffic. Who knows why? You're not back, QZ? Looks like a nuke went off. It does. The comic book filter. We get to see the potato trees for a little while too. I love that. Ah, there it was again. As once again, the bomb goes off at 4:30 in the morning. And we get to turn orange for a while. But then it's going to look really good. It's frozen. What's frozen? Holy cow. A whole bunch of ads. Oh, it starts. I'm going to dismiss it. I dismissed the ads for 5 minutes, guys. Run from the atomic bomb. Yeah, and now it looks like... So the thing that I struggle with is the atmospheric effects. Sometimes of the day, certain times of the day look amazing, and other times look just bad. Just poo-poo caca. Not good. There we go. Manor Lords would be awesome if it had Lord of the Rings mod, so you could make Hobbit homes in the Shire. I would be shocked if it doesn't happen. I mean, someone put Shrek in there. I mean, Why would you want Shrek in there? The answer is why wouldn't you? Like, of course, that's the beauty of mods. Get what you want. Do whatever it is that you want. Here comes a repeat question. Do I have a mod set for the current build? I do not, but I will be making one tomorrow. I promise you, I will be making one tomorrow. Shrek is life. You can't even get this game to run without flickers and drop frames and screen tearing, etc. Screen tearing, I had to limit the FPS. So VSync fix that for me. Drop frames, I mean that's a tough one. It would all depend. I'd have to know your hardware. Star Wars mod for Manor Lords, is there? I gotta play Manor Lords. It's been a minute. I have been planning on putting together another short Manor Lords series. We started that short. Tried to make the biggest city on stream, and I kind of just fell off. And I kind of want to go back to that. But yeah, not 100% sure when that'll be. Manor Lords needs dragons. That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. Sometimes in CS2 you get random black holes in the terrain. Just a crazy smile. That was actually fixed for me as part of the last update. So that was actually called out in the patch notes. That's one of the issues I was really happy to see fixed because that one's irritating. That happened to me when I would reload in a few times. Glad there's something to watch at this hour. Just got broken up with. I'm sorry to hear that beyond economical repair. Hopefully you're okay. Definitely, I've been there. It's not fun. At least in my experience, and for what little it's worth. It led to a better situation in the future, but it felt real bad at the time. Any reason why we don't see a lot of streamers using more signature buildings? Is it because of the functionality or because people just do not like using them? I think the main reason is that they're really hard to unlock. I mean, like, okay. Remember, we unlocked this one right here, the grass crown, and it took us, how long was that, chat? Was that 6 hours to unlock this one building? And the requirements were legitimately insane. So, like, a little preview of the next episode of Magnolia County. I am very interested in this building, but 15,000 EU low density buildings need to be zoned to unlock the marketplace. I mean, come on. Like, okay. I'm gonna bite. Let's say we wanted to unlock this, and this was our goal. I want to buy some tiles anyway. I'm gonna buy these two, and this one. We'll go bankrupt. We won't. It'll be fine. So 15,000. So if we were to go, do I have units? I think I need to enable it. I really want to see the units because then I can figure out exactly how big an area I would need to zone all. Actually, we already have an area. Cheese Park. This is a gigantic area. I'm going to rezone this whole thing EU low density residential. We currently have 20 zoned. Chat, do you think that if I rezone all of this to be EU low density residential, is this enough to unlock that building? Or are we still way far away? I'm going to tell you what, I think we are going to be so far away, it's going to be shocking. I think we're going to need twice as many as these. which demonstrates how difficult these are to get. Let's see. Nope, not even remotely close. And then I ask you, if that's the case, like basically the market is basically a Walmart or a Costco or a Target. Why does it take me that long to unlock the stupid building? If it takes me that long, I'm not going to use them. So I think that that's like, if there's any reason why people aren't using them, it's that. So that's why I also asked, I kind of asked at the end of a video, are you guys okay with me just like never unlocking these naturally because it's just too much work? And there were a few people who were pretty bummed by the idea of me not unlocking them naturally. But for the most part, people seem to be okay with just like having access to them. The benefits are fine. The buildings look really attractive. For the most part, they're some of the best assets in the game. But if you can't unlock them, you know, yeah. I said residential. I am placing commercial. I need commercial. I'm placing the marketplace. I think I misspoke before. So we need, whoops, we unlocked the villa. I don't know why. Marketplace requires low density business buildings, 15,000 cells. Oh my goodness, this is going to make me look stupid. It's not going to be all the way there, but we are unlocking all the signature buildings in this little area. Maybe they're not so crazy. Maybe the number's just big. Oh no, this is going to get us more than halfway there. Oh no. Really running out of gas? Commercial, not residential? I am running out of gas. So it looks like this gets us, this is 8,000. So we would need 2 of these mega cheese park blocks. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is that unreasonable? Is that way too much? I mean, we're basically unlocking a target. Always ignore them. Who wants a rock star in every city? So with the Rockstar Mansion, I think of that as basically like in the towns I grew up in, it's like the paper mill, the original owner of the paper mill. That's what I like to think of it as that. Rename it. Is that thunder again? No, we haven't had very much after that real loud clap. Oh, it only counts after the building is built there? It seems like once it started to spawn, it counted it. So, yeah, if I build one more of these, I would unlock that. I don't know. I still think it's pretty unreasonable. I mean, naturally in a city, like, do we actually need that much? If we do, I think that I think that commercial is not balanced. That would be my thought. You kind of ignored monuments in CS1 as well. So in CS1, the monuments are basically cheats. I don't think they're cheats in this game. I mean, they're valuable. Don't get me wrong. It makes the game a lot easier. Like the Villa City. This is going to add -1% import cost. You already make a lot of money. 1% tourist attractiveness citywide, or attractiveness citywide. It'll make tourists want to come here. That doesn't work anyway. And then it improves well-being. So it's like a park. Muscle Car Garage is the exact same thing. The Auto Center does the same thing, but like further. And it looks like it's the same thing. It's I didn't even realize that. That's hilarious. So they all do the exact same thing for a commercial. They all just reduce your import costs, increase your attractiveness citywide, make your well-being better. It just increases the further you go. With the residential, it's all well-being in addition to just being residential buildings. So, and interestingly, the Royal Villa, wait. This is hilarious. So the Royal Villa is one of the beach properties assets. You have to produce lodging goods. And I don't even know if you can right now. Because the lodging goods, those would be like motels and hotels and stuff. And they don't actually work right now. Which means that one of the buildings from beach properties you could never place. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, we produce no lodging goods right now, whatever that is. Lodging is so broken. It is. And it's a shame. Have you guys actually seen the different lodging assets in the game? Because they're actually very good. The easiest way to get to them is 6x6. You end up with a bunch of hotels and motels. They're all, for whatever reason, 6x6. If I filter low density, we get some of these motels. I'm just going to place a couple of these. They're not going to fill in. But like, invalid shape. Oh, road required. Why are you mad? Won't even let me place it. There's one. Here's another one. I mean, legitimately nice looking little hotel assets. I dig them. I think that looks pretty good. This to me looks like one of those seedy motels that you'd see on the side of Route 66. Looks really good, or like you'd see in the Wisconsin Dells. I think it's very cool. You enjoyed the hotel DLC in CS1? I thought it was pretty good. I mean, okay. Here's a critique of Skylines in general that I think probably is an unpopular one. Industries, hotels, financial districts, all of them are a little bit weird. The problem I have is City Skylines is simultaneously saying you are the mayor of a city, and also your city makes money from industry. So, I mean, you collect taxes, but like with the hotel DLC, you were also like the CEO of a hotel. So like, and you can make tax revenue, but like, unless you implement I mean, I'm just going on the rabbit hole. Unless you implement some sort of a room tax, why would it matter to the city outside of tax collections? And then like, you plop a hotel and it's a nicer hotel, you get more money. It's kind of weird. That's Crack Shack. Well, there it is. And it's especially nice when no one's here. We can make it look better by deleting the signage. But yeah, I've experimented with this. It'll never fill in right now. So glad to see it's a priority. It was in that list of priorities that they released on Twitter. The leveling up system was so lame. Yeah, I mean, I liked it for the assets. But you know, for me, those kinds of DLCs are kind of strange in my mind. I mean, even industries, I liked it for the assets. I thought that the functionality was honestly kind of strange. The intersection's horrific. You don't like this? The frontage road that acts as a normal road? It's I think it's a vibe. Here, I'll fix it for you. Or I won't, because I don't know how to play it anymore. That's what happened in Finland. I forgot how to play this game. Too many DLCs for version 1. Stop buying them and hope they would go on sale when CS2 came out. Some of them have never gone below 33%, and now they're selling for full price. Super lame. I have a feeling that I mean, there is a planes, trains, and automobile sale on Steam right now. I don't know if CS is part of it, but Transport Fever was, so I don't see why CS wouldn't be. I'd check it out. How is that? Is that any better? I don't know that it is. It's fine. They really should roll back them into one package and sell the whole game at a base price of say $35. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if someday they do that. I don't know when that someday is going to be though. And I agree, it would be wise. I think it would be a good strategy. Wow, this is. I thought I could play with this sound, but it's not really super playable at night. If I'm being just upfront. Am I gonna share the GIS files? I mean, I could. They're pretty messy. Do you want the GIS files? Or Hank, do you just want them? I tell you what. I will put them in the on the Discord underneath the Twitch info. I can do that. Easy enough. I've got some other things to upload. I think what I'm gonna do is just kind of wrap this around, and then I am running out of steam. I think we'll find someone to raid, and next week I will come back with all of the energy. It'll be I'll have so much energy, you guys you'll think I'm a different person. And by that I mean I have no idea. I think Finland might have ruined me. And also next week is an early stream, so I guess it won't really matter. It's the EU friendly stream time. CS is not on sale right now, unfortunately. That stinks. It feels like if there was ever a time that you might see it, this is kind of it. I guess wait for the fall sale, hopefully. Buttercup, thank you so much for the 3 months tier 1. How easy is it to export to OSM? Super easy. But I would recommend make sure you're using Carto if you want to do that. If you actually want to play with the GIS files, Carto's the way to go. The categories are better than the OSM export app. Still waiting for water pipes right where they belong. I don't want to overpromise, but I'm meeting next week with a graphic designer. So I need to focus on the things that I'm good at, and graphic design is not one of those. So I'm hoping to have a graphic designer help design some of that merch, because I'd love to put that together as well. Come back with New Magnolia County. New Magnolia County, I think is probably going to be Sunday. I had a couple of issues with it, but now it's good. It's recorded. All I have to do is record the city tour and the intro B-roll. But it's mostly done. And I think you guys are going to like this one. I feel like with Magnolia County, I was talking to B. Schweigelhausen about this. I feel like it was in kind of an awkward middle spot. And now I'm finally getting to a spot where I get to really do some interesting stuff. So I feel like in general, when you're making cities and City Skylines 1 or 2, the introduction is really like the start of a city is always really exciting. And then when you have a gigantic city, that's really exciting. But that awkward teen phase, not so exciting. Which is funny because I love cities of that size, but they're awkward to make in the game. In my humble opinion. Philippa 2Ls, I gotta bring him back. Just need a t-shirt with Chuckles on it. Hankster, you want that? I will hook you up. I'll put that in the store. Maybe I'll do a limited run of just the Chuckles. I wanted to do a Chuckles pillow, but when I talked to my merch company, they said the only way that they could do it is if I actually paid for inventory. And it was like a minimum of 500. And it made me think, like, how committed am I to a Chuckles pillow? Do I think that there are 500 people in this world that want a pillow with of Chuckles' head? And I landed on no. Chuckles pillow is nightmare fuel. It is. So is the Chuckles plushie. I was actually reached out to, and that was like, they're like, if you were to make a plushie, what would it be? And I was like, well, probably Chuckles. But like, Mr. Brotato, you'll take 14 of them? I tell you what, if you take 14 of them, I will take the risk, and we'll do it. We'll load up on all the Chuckles merch. It'll be amazing. There's 309 of you on Twitch. That means that means that I'm legitimately losing you guys as I play the game. Chuckles cologne. I don't think we want to know what that smells like. I have no idea. Chuckles coffee mug. Chuckles coffee mug would be easy. I could make that tonight. I'd have to order it first myself. I always want to test it out. Last thing I want to do is like give you guys a mug and have it just be terrible. Just like the zoning in this block. Looks terrible. Absolutely horrendous. I should make, for real though, Chuckle stickers. I could do that. I could do that. The real question is nightmare fuel Chuckles or hand-drawn and thoughtfully created Chuckles. I feel like I can only ethically do hand-drawn Chuckles. Nightmare fuel Chuckles, as much as I like it. It's not ethical. We don't do that anymore. I've learned my lesson. Nightmare fuel, of course. AI hands Chuckles. That's the one. That's the vibe right there. Oh shoot. We've given this area character. You like the wacky zoning for low residential? You like it? It feels so disorganized to me. Maybe I just need to, maybe I need to calm down. So are they going to fix the game? Laugh out loud in maybe 5 years? I feel good about it. I feel good about it. It's the best you're going to get out of me. It's the best you'll get. We're not NDAing it up, violating the NDA. As much fun as that sounds. Though this tool should be in the vanilla game. Jeez. I can say it has good. Yeah, I will talk about the vibes again. so many good vibes. Chuckles NDA plushie. Yeah, just Chuckles going like this. Did CO mention anything about emergency vehicles, police being stuck for hours in traffic? In the traffic jam they are supposed to clear up? No. And bluntly, I didn't know that was a thing. So if that is the case, I would leave a bug report for that one. They might not even know about it. I had no idea it was a thing. Why not flatten the terrain here? I smoothed it out a bit, but I don't want to completely flatten it. And honestly, I'm not doing a lot here. I'm kind of just going. Just kind of vibing while we talk. NDA coffee mug. I could do that. Row houses look weird and random in orientation. Or the low looks more like an old city where individuals built their homes instead of a big developer. That's fair. I think that's fair. I just wish the lot sizes were more regular. So like that's what gets me, is that it doesn't feel like it makes sense. But I hear you. I agree. If I make a series of coffee mugs with characters from the series, you'd happily pay $10 per mug. It's funny. I never even thought to do that. It never even crossed my mind. I should though. You like a non-trucker style hat? Pick my design. Okay. Funny thing, the trucker hat, that was all because people asked for it. Otherwise, I never thought about a trucker hat. So this is the kind of thing that like, come on, man. What are you're killing me right here. Like one random house, like that doesn't look good. That's just bad. So that's what bugs me. I'm probably just being extra. Sheila Johnson mug featuring NDA forms. You know what? I just need a mug that looks like it's coming from Colossal Order. And it just says NDA on it. It'll just be a mug with paperwork. It'll be amazing. We really like the zoning in Matterlords. You wish CS2 had something similar to that? I do as well. I mean, I wished for that years ago. And seeing it, when this game came out, I just chalked it up to, it's just too hard. You couldn't possibly do it. It's just way too much. And then Manor comes out, and I remember listening to the Kodiak stream, and basically he said that the reason why he believed it worked in Manor and not here was that the buildings look bad, and you kind of expect it to look bad in a medieval game. And I kind of agree to a certain extent. Like, I think that it would be like, these start to look pretty jank because of how crisp they are, but still, I think you should try. And it wouldn't be the first modern city builder with procedurally generated stuff. I mean, Cities XXL did that with the fill techniques that they had. Still busted zoning tiles. The way it fills on random streets, drives you up a wall. Yeah. I mean, it still doesn't look right. So, and then we end up doing stuff like this, and the assets all have fences. They look bad. So, man, it's like this whole area is gonna look bad because of what I just did. So, anyway, folks, I'm gonna let this fill in, and then I think we are gonna look for someone to raid, because I am feeling it. Simply too many double wides. So, okay. I want to bite on that one. So, funny thing about that, as I'm experimenting with different kinds of builds that I want to do, I was looking at the double wides. And here's the funny thing. So, let's see. North American, low density. I think they're all level 1. And then let's switch this to be big pictures. So there aren't that many trailer models. Hold on, let's get back. What's going on? Okay, there aren't that many trailer models. And when we go to select them, so this one has a gigantic lot, and it has another trailer behind it, which is real weird. And then this one right here, same deal. Again, huge lot, trailer behind it. Then when we look for the smaller ones, let's see. They're oriented the wrong way. Like, as someone who once lived in a trailer and had many family members who lived in trailers, this should probably be oriented either like this or like this. And this model doesn't exist in the game, but this would allow you to basically stack a whole bunch more trailers in here. So yeah, it's super weird. Jay Rancher, have a good night. Thank you for being here. Okay, Vainglorious. We'll do one GeoGuessr. One round of GeoGuessr before we go. I'm going to save, and then we'll do it. We'll get rid of the trailers. Give me 1 second. I will save this. We didn't accomplish much, but we played with GIS, and that was good for me. I feel good about that. I think someone mentioned on the hotel stream in Finland that they explained why the buildings in the game look the way that they did. I mean, bluntly, I think a lot of it is inspired by Finland. Like, just when I was flying in, I was shocked. Around Helsinki, all the buildings look like they look identical to the European low density residential buildings. Like, I know I should have expected that, and like, it makes sense. Like, oh yeah, I always preach. Like, but people ask, why aren't you building XYZ? Well, build what you know. Like, you end up with much more convincing builds. And they legitimately designed a game that is based on their home. Makes sense. Okay. Here it is. Yes, if you want to build Finland. But the funny thing is, we looked at all the cobblestone streets. You can't build those. But yeah, in the future, Finland Simulator will turn into World Simulator. But right now, it's very good at simulating Scandinavian countries. The day you built for a long time on your stream, autosave was off. And then you exited in a rush without saving. Q-Star. Okay, while we're waiting for people to jump in, Q-Star, just for you. I just picked up a mod. I added it to my playset, and I think that you should as well. It is autosave always on. That is all it does. It ensures that autosave is always on. It is both the most spectacular and the dumbest mod in the world. I think autosave should be the default, but it is not. But when you have this mod, it is on all the time, no matter what. So get this mod. Warning. What is the warning? Oh, wasn't reviewed recently. It's a great mod. It's bailed me out a couple of times. They should have called it Finnish Skylines. If they could dream it, you can pop it. I'm going to give you guys 60 seconds. Can't wait for the asset mods to make the cities feel more like North America. Completely. I think the types of assets that I'm looking forward to the most, someone in CS1, my brain is shutting down. They made, where is it? Where is it? Workshop. Hold on. They made a bunch of Sears kit homes. Bungalow Man. And these are just like some of my favorite assets. That and the Smiley's assets as well. I need stuff like this. This to me is how you make a historic American city. Having this in that transition zone, along with some of the other buildings that we already have in the game. And then the big miss, I think, is mid-rise. I know that they tried, but I just feel like it's not quite there. So yeah. Okay. I think because I'm boring, we're just going to do world tonight. And we're just going to go. If one more wants to jump in, we'll get to 50. Otherwise, I'm going to go with it. There are the American low density residential. These are? Yeah, they are. I completely agree. You love Smiles? Is it Smiles or Smiley? Smiles? I'm probably wrong. Okay, we have Lady Liberty in a place that's clearly not America. We're in Finland. Three Smileys Island, New York City. Definitely New York City. Oh wait, what is this? What is this sign? That looks, I think, are we actually in Finland? Swedish Denmark? Yeah, I guess it does. It's very sunny. Lower Sweden. Corner sign suggests Sweden. That was one of the funny things. I guess I didn't realize. I'm gonna just select a place in Sweden. I was unaware of how different Finnish and Swedish were until I asked Teddy. I asked if he would read some signs to me, like if any of it was legible and he could pronounce anything, and he could not, which I thought was really, at least for me, enlightening. Look at this. This looks like a low density European residential building. It's perfect, and we're obviously in the right spot. Definitely should have listened. Yeah. I managed to not pick Sweden. I'm very tired. I picked Norway, even though everyone told me to pick Sweden. Oh, Brandon, that kills me. He's in first place. South Sweden, it's what you said. It's what you said. I'm just melting. My brain is still in Sweden. What is this? We're just in like a muddy trail. I think GeoGuessr is just messing with us tonight. Is this Finland? I feel like this looks to me like Blue Mountain State Park near me after a rainy day. Mud City. Yeah, I mean, it's ferns. I mean, it's not the desert. We know that. You might say rainforest. I don't even know that it is rainforest. I'm not seeing anything. Is there any? I guess that is tropical right there. Yeah, but where? Good morning from Germany. Good morning. Hopefully you're having a good day. You slept well. Things are going good. Reminds you of a path in New Zealand. You're home about one for the botanist. This one is. I think when in doubt, I'm going to choose the state of Amazon in Brazil. Lock it in. Can't be wrong. It's got to be right. Think it's New Zealand? Well, New Zealand would have been a lot closer. I got 2 points out of that. Where was this? American Samoa. Sweet. Definitely would have guessed that. Looks like Hawaii, yeah. So New Zealand, based on this, solid choice. Still very wrong, but solid choice. Good morning, Komrowski. Good to see you. How you doing? American Samoa, right? Right? You guessed the Philippines, but you didn't register. Oh, I never checked. I forgot to change the category. Oh. Australians drive on the left. So this is South Africa. Because this looks like South Africa with the white lines on the road. And it looks like Australia, but it's not. That's my guess. You put South Korea, brain freeze? I mean, did you get more than 2 points? South Africa also drives on the left? Okay, right. Wait, what? Oh, where are we then? Oh. I did not realize that, Hooch. Also, there is legitimately nothing here. Oh, no. Doppelbanger, I feel like you're making fun of me. Fin to deviation. I don't know how I got here. Oh, no. Oh, no. Chile. Tanzania? Tanzania? Oh. This is a brutal round. Oh, my goodness. Wow, this has been absolutely terrible. All you had to do is get 2 right, and you'd be in first place. Just know that. Okay. Molded cabbage and vainglorious. I got my eyes on you guys. Vainglorious. Wow. This is round 4. And sub 10,000 and you're winning. That's crazy. Yeah, wild. I can't believe we're in round 4. Okay. We're driving on the right. It's tropical. Thought it was Ghana, former French colony. Balkan fields, right here. I could see that. I could just get like a sign, a hint of language. But instead we just have this truck that says real. Oh my goodness. Maybe this Is this gonna work? That is not helpful. BR 482. Is that how they name the roads? You think it's somewhere in Spain? Looks Spanish to you? Brazil? I mean, I could believe Brazil, but I've already guessed Brazil wrong. I think. Montero? I have no idea. I have no idea. I have no idea. I'm guessing Brazil. It feels Brazil to me. Rio de Janeiro. Dang it. Wait. Is this Lee Hawkins? Lee? Or is that a different Lee? 21st means I'm in the top half. I guess that's a thing. BR are the highway names in Brazil. Dang it, Lucas. You're holding out on me. I'm going to remember that one. Big Oop dropped the 10th place. Different Lee. Lee Thompson. I'm here for it. That's good. Or that's fine. Not good. It's not, I'd love to have Lee here as well, but I'm happy that you're here as well. This is this going to be like American Samoa again or something like that? I can't move. Do we play another round after this? I see. I am not going to be able to stay awake. I'm sorry, buddy. But next week we'll have the European friendly time, and now my European friendly brain is going to be much more awake. Are we in Mexico? I'm getting Mexican vibes. Spain, Mr. Hot Dogs, Caribbean, Puerto Rico. I actually really like that guess. Is Puerto Rico, I mean, I'm going for it. The one thing that I feel a little uncomfortable about is it signed in kilometers in Puerto Rico? It feels like it shouldn't be. It is. And the random guess is good. I'm into it. That's wild. That is wild. Why is Puerto Rico signed in kilometers? That blew my mind. Blew my mind. I had no idea. Well, Lee, good game. Box Cutter, good game. Second place, Vainglorious came in clutch and now is in third place. So good game. Kidaddy Kyle, fourth place, good game. And Hillary Dune, good game. Thank you all so much for being here. Top 5 finish. I love it. I love it. Top 10. I'm gonna take my 10th. That's 20%, top 20%. We'll round up. I'm gonna take it. Did I already finish with the City Skylines part? We did. We've actually finished with the stream part. So we are gonna do the raid part now, and we're gonna say goodbye to YouTube first. So if we could give everyone on YouTube a quick heart, I'd appreciate it. And then we're gonna cut them out. I'm gonna change the song, and then we will roll the credits, and I'll find someone to stream. Let's see. The only way we know how to send them out. There we go. Hey, everyone on YouTube, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate your time. YouTube enjoyers. I'm a YouTube enjoyer. I like YouTube. Thank you all so much for being here. Definitely kind of a different stream, but I've had a lot of fun with it. And next week we'll go back to something a little bit more normal. Actually, I think next week, just for everyone on YouTube, we're going to be starting a new city on the Michigan map, the one that Rafterman put together. So it's gonna be exciting. You're a YouTube frog too? When did I return to Wisconsin? A couple days ago, not that long ago. So anyway, everyone on YouTube, thank you so much for being here. I'll see you next time. Take care, have a good night, and I will cut you off YouTube when we figure out